the Boston Bastard Brigade, On This Street Inc., Wicked Anime, and Black Compet proudly present Amuck in Japan.
Bastards and wenches, welcome to episode 56 of Amuck in Japan. The bastards forever, forever the bastards. I am your King Baby Duck Evan Burgo, Mr. Ike Bukuro, and a bastard by name, not by reputation. Thank you so much for joining us on this very special show. Joining us, as always, first off, he is the hard man with harder opinions, the king of all cat girls, and the creator of Solarian Sun, AFLM.
Oh, hello. That's me, and I am sick.
And we have the stupid awesome analyst, the line block, and the original trainer son, JonStar.
If Twitch doesn't want you saying the word bastard, you've already said it quite a few times.
Yeah.
Playing Tetris.
Yeah. I think it was just the title part, but we'll see. And lastly, our special guest for today. He was one of the original members, not just of Boston Bastard Brigade, but all the way back to the days of WMWM Salem, No Borders, No Race, College Radio. He has been one of my lifelong friends ever since our days at Campfire, where we were in Wakami Sanaki, or as we like to call it, Waka My Salami.
Yeah, welcome,
He is the master of the aggravation zone. He is Blueonic.
Hello.
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 It has been forever. I was trying to tell Andrew, at least, that these two have been to your house before. Like the old, the
old house, yeah.
The old house.
They were at the original bunker.
Yeah, the original bomb shelter bunker. It was like a party back at 2014 maybe, 2015. It was forever ago.
That's ages ago, dude. I don't even remember.
See, John.
So Jonathan, I have no recollection of this. This is so bad. It's gone. I don't know where it went.
I was a garbage host then. Apparently I sucked. I didn't buy enough pizzas. That's what it was.
Would it have been from Athens or would it have been from Nikki's?
It would have been whatever the hell I could afford at that time. It was probably like Papagino's, Athens, Nikki's Pizza. Fuck, if I could afford getting what do you call it? Some, the calzone from what do you call it there? Oh, fuck, what's the name of it? Just forgot it.
I know the one on Essex Street. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. It would just anything to just get people to come over, video game, chill the fuck out. Play pool.
Play darts.
Go in the pool. Play darts. Just chill the fuck out. That's basically what I was trying to give everybody a way to get the hell away from all the other shit that was going on in their life. So basically that's what I was doing. Trying to make it a cool getaway.
Right. Yeah. And what I always loved about playing darts with you, you had the blow dart gun, so you could play darts that way.
I have that somewhere still over here. I'd have to go dig it out, but I still have it somewhere. I still have it, yeah.
Man, good times.
I just have to hide it away from the kiddos, otherwise I'm afraid. I'm afraid what they'll do.
We've watched way too many PSA, after school specials when it comes to very dangerous weapons and children when we were younger.
Yeah, let's not leave the loaded handgun around while we're at it.
Oh, jeez.
But in this case, a dart gun.
Hand episodes of Jackass.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, today is a very special episode. So for those that are listening to the podcast version of the show, this is it. This is the last version of the podcast version of Amuck in Japan, the last ever Boston Bastard Brigade podcast of anything. If you want to continue listening to the show, you have to go to either the live stream here, twitch.tv/Amuck in Japan, or watch the re-recording or pre-recorded stuff on YouTube at Amuck in Japan.
Or go to the main website at duckjapan.com where it live streams directly to there.
Yes, that is correct. I'm curious if one of you has it up. I'm wondering how it looks.
I don't know. I actually haven't checked. Let me go visit our website.
All right. Okay. So while he does that, today's episode we first got a couple of Contra reports to talk about, but then today is, as I said, this is the end of Boston Bastard Brigade. It's the end of an era, and so we're gonna take a look back and see how it started before like Boston Bastard Brigade even became a thing, the history of it, like the shows that we recorded and the things we talked about, and the future, where it's gonna go from there under the new Amuck Japan name.
Excellent.
So,
We got stories.
Yeah.
We got stories.
We got stories. So, without further ado, diving right into the PowerPoint. As you can see, March 31st, 2026, that'll be the last official day of Amuck in Japan. And I think it was... Yeah, Boston Bastard yes. Boston Bastard.
What's going around?
Yes. So...
Let's be honest. This is the same show. It
is the same show. We're just renaming it. Like I have been telling Viz Media and Crunchyroll and all the people. It's a new site, but it's still the same thing. We're just rebranding.
Please don't drop me as a reviewer.
Yeah, basically. But Blueonic, I believe it was you that came up with the phrase "bastards by name, not by reputation."
Yeah, it was something either along those lines, or what was the other one?
Yeah, you don't have to be from Boston to be from Boston. But
you don't have to be from Boston to be a bastard, but it sure helps. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So long.
We used to sign off with. I used to sign off with that with the No Borders No ratio and then, man, it's a good saying. It's a fun, catchy saying. If you don't,
it's solid.
It's solid.
I used to be able to do shit like that before. I just be like, hey, I can come up with that, and it's like that one sounds great. Let's do that.
Yeah.
But now it's like, my brain is garbage.
Yeah. One of my favorites was because we had just saw, and we'll talk about some of the movies, but we had just saw the 18 movie, and you had come up with Mass Holds a Fortune.
Yes, Mass Holds a Fortune. I was trying to sell a shirt that one didn't go anywhere. I thought it was funny, but
I thought it was funny too. But even my mom was like, "You got guns in the front of there. What if the cops will stop you?" And I'm like,
no, who cares? Like they. I mean, we're talking about Lynn.
Yeah,
everybody's armed.
Yeah, everybody. If you're not packing, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Welcome to Lynn, where our motto is a shotgun to the face.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your state flower.
The state flower is the face just splattered.
It's like the bloomed shotgun shell. Like that. That's the flower. Is like been used, so it's bloomed.
Yeah, it's basically Lynn is Grand Theft Auto, but the live version. So
to be fair, it's gotten a smidge nicer since I've left. Mm-hmm. I've heard.
I don't fucking believe that.
The fun's at least come out once or twice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had to go help out my mom back in Lynn like this past week or the past couple weeks here too, and people don't know how to fucking drive anymore. I am so done.
Dude,
they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. No more.
I have thoughts in that regards, but I don't think this is the show for that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, remember my old blue truck with the grill on the front and like the guard, like the brush guard? Basically, I just wish I have it on my new truck right now, and I wish I would just be pushing people off the roads because that's how bad it's gotten. Sunday driving on Thursday. I was driving on Thursday, and people were just like, I'm going to go 20 in a 35. What the fuck? What does you get out of my way?
This is why I'm glad to now live in a city where it's public transportation. Just I can go anywhere without worrying, have to call an Uber, or I could use the bus, but the train systems are just fucking awesome.
you got bullet trains over there.
Yeah, I know. We got the bullet
train.
trains. Like, I don't have to worry about flying. Like, I could just take the bullet train. The scenery is nice. It's like while you're on the Shinkansen, you're looking outside, looking, the beautiful scenery and all the green. You're on a plane. Hey, what's outside? Clouds. Let me look again. Clouds. Let me look again. Fucking clouds again. Yeah. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about in regards to our history of Boston Bastard Brigade. But first, if you may recall, one of when we started doing the college radio show, No Borders or Race, I had chosen a theme song, and that theme song was a song called SOS, and it was the opening track to the album Let It Roll by a band called Stance Punks.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, the la 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 la, that song. So this past week, I actually went and saw Stance Punks perform, and it was a very special concert. They were doing their 2006 album, arguably their best album, Bubblegum Viking, from start to finish, playing it in its entirety, with then afterwards an encore of like greatest hits and whatnot. And man, like going to Shelter is so amazing. The venue for Shelter, for those who don't know, Shelter is the live house that is the basis for Starry in Bocce the Rock.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
That place
like-
is wild.
So like when you go to Shimo Kitazawa, there's like so much Bocce the Rock stuff. That's why.
Very cool.
So as you can see here, I got the set list, and there's the frontman Suru, who I believe, unfortunately, he's like the only original member of the band left of Stance Punks, the frontman. But
That
like,
happened.
you know, people come and go. It's a sort of thing. I think there's no animosity between the former bandmates, because they all actually came back for their 25th anniversary show that I also went to a couple of years back. So there's no animosity, there's no rivalry. I think it's just the guys being like, we're kind of getting a little too old for this, and so they did the entirety of Bubblegum Viking. Again, like I would put this album on like top 10 list of like some of the greatest punk rock albums ever made. Like every song on there is a banger. Monkey 17, Sharawa Blue, Let It Rock, Dingo. Practically every song on that album is a banger. Although, like, here's the funny thing. So, of course, the album's called Bubblegum Viking, and you would think, oh, let's play some Viking tunes before the show, like, before the band comes on. But like, they're playing pirate sea shanty songs before the show. Like, we're even talking about, they're playing the song from Pirates of the Caribbean, the yo ho, a pirate's life for me. They're playing that.
That's awesome.
And it's like, this has nothing to do with Vikings. And I'm like, wait a minute. Vikings, they sailed on ships, they pillaged and burned, and they did the other thing. Pirates also pillaged and burned, and they did the other thing. Are Vikings just pirates?
Yeah, basically.
Same, but different.
Yeah. Same,
Blonder.
but different.
Blonder, yeah.
Blonder, yeah. good.
Just like me.
But this is such a fun show. What's funny too, and this is something I noticed at the 25th anniversary show. So like, everybody in the audience, so most of the people in the audience, they're like my age. They're in their 40s, and then there's also people in like their 50s and their 60s. And a lot of these like old punks were bringing their kids to this show. And I'm not like talking like their teenage kids. I'm talking like their 2-year-olds and their 3-year-olds.
Oh my god.
To this concert. And these like and like they're having the kids on their shoulder, and like those children were just having the time of their life at this concert.
Is that with or without the hearing protection?
Yeah, right? I know.
Good question.
Not
I think
punk rock to wear hearing protection.
I unfortunately have to wear hearing protection, which is odd because when I used to go to shows in Boston, I never needed earplugs, but ever since I moved here to Japan, because the acoustics are so good, I have to wear the hearing protection.
Yeah.
But what a show. Like, Stance Punks are always a blast to see live. This is my third time seeing them live. Shelter is such a great venue. I've been down there quite a couple of times, seeing many bands live, including our friends in TsuShiMaMiRe and a couple of other acts. It's like, as I've said, there's no such thing as a bad live house. Like, wherever you go, even like the trashiest place, you'll see a band. The acoustics are just perfect. So perfect. Now, this now leads me to our other band that we're going to talk about, or other bands, and I'm not going to be talking about it, but AFLM and JonStar are going to talk about it.
Yeah.
You finally got to go to Big Night Live.
Yeah, the smallest venue I think we may have ever been to since moving back from Florida. A really cool venue, though.
Yes,
really
I've been there
Very-
3 times.
Yeah, it's a very good venue.
Yeah.
I enjoy the size of it, and
Yeah.
I like that it is small, but it's not. It still feels like a staged arena, kind of like it's if you were to take something like the MGM or the House of Blues and just downscaled it, where something like the Brighton Music Hall is a tiny place and the stage is tiny.
Yeah.
You know.
The way that I described it when Andrew and I first walked into the venue was I thought we were going to be walking into the first level of Guitar Hero because you had to walk through an arcade, like an actual arcade, in order to get to the stage.
Oh, they must have just added that. Oh,
yeah.
play
So
Boston.
you go,
yeah.
So you go up the stairs. There's like the coat check, and you walk up the stairs, and then there's a full Dave and Buster style arcade, and then there's a bar, and then there's the stage. So like just totally wild the way that they have it set up.
That's cool, dude. Like, I was literally just talking about that a few episodes ago about how I want like a live house and arcade sort of setup. Like, like my friend's like hometown in, where was it? Idaho? Yeah, Idaho. So good on you, Boston. You actually took my advice. But yeah, Big Night Live is a great venue. That's where I saw Avatar Magic Sword, Anamanaguchi doing the Scott Pilgrim versus the World Tour, and where I saw Japanese band Scandal. Now, you got to see a Japanese band perform here at Big Night Live.
Yeah, which is a very rare thing for us. Not only because we're like in America, but also Andrew and I just don't often go to Japanese shows.
Yeah.
The show was awesome, though. We had a blast. It was just the two of us. It kind of brought us back to a time where, like, I don't remember the last time Andrew and I went to a show. Well, the first time we saw Sabaton at the New England Metal Festival. That was just the two of us.
Like 2017?
Yeah. And then before that, we saw the Aquabats when we first moved to Florida. It was kind of like we didn't know anybody. And so we were like, oh, we'll just, let's go see a concert. And the Aquabats were in town. So we saw them.
Yeah, so now we go to see all our concerts with our little brother because we get to drag our little brother along with us and introduce him to all the shows and stuff. So
and we wanted to bring him. We wanted to bring him to this one, but I'm kind of glad we didn't. It wasn't really like his thing. So I'm kind of glad that it worked out that he couldn't come because I don't think he would have enjoyed the show. To be quite honest with you.
Gotcha. All right, now. Let me know when you want me to change the slides because
sure. So let me. I'll go through what happened first. Was this was a triple lineup. So it was Enterprise Earth, which is a deathcore band, and as much as I like deathcore, I'm very picky and choosy with my deathcore because it's a genre that gets to sound very samey. If you listen to a lot of deathcore music, like all the bands just kind of mold together because all deathcore sounds exactly the same unless they do something different, which is why it's nice that a lot of deathcore is doing the symphonic stuff. Well, Enterprise Earth doesn't. However, I've never seen a deathcore band live, and that was really fun. That was like a really great aspect to it because it's heavy, and you feel that bass through your chest.
Oh my gosh! Talk about needing ear protection. I could the hair on my arms were vibrating. They were so loud.
Wow.
Like like one of absolutely the loudest show I have ever been to, and like thank goodness I had ear protection because I don't think I would have been even able to hear you right now.
Yeah.
It was so loud.
Oh yeah. Jonathan and I were shouting at each other, and we were standing right next to each other. But so hopefully Twitch doesn't hit us for this because I just want to let you know, Twitch, I recorded this. This is my footage, and I didn't do long clips. They're all fairly short, but hopefully it comes through pretty well. So this was like a clip I took from Enterprise Earth. I took a couple, but I think this was my favorite.
All right, let's see if this works.
Are you able to hit view and then slideshow? It makes it bigger.
So I did pick up some clean lyrics, but it goes into the death stuff. Yeah, so stuff like that is just when you're listening to deathcore, that's sick. Like I just love the because a lot of the other clips that I grabbed just so happened to be the breakdowns, and it wasn't a good example of what they played because it was just a lot of breakdowns. So this goes into the next band. This is Nekrogoblikon.
Nice.
So Nekrogoblikon. I think Jonathan and I both kind of agreed with this. They kind of won the night. They were awesome.
They killed it. They really, for a multitude of reasons. They were entertaining. Their songs were awesome. Before they went on stage, they played the entirety of the Pokemon theme song. And as they were blowing up the giant goblin head that you can see there on the slide, and then also the lead singer's grandma was in the audience for the show, and like so during the show, like you know the goblin there was like, everybody say hi grandma, everybody say I love you grandma, but then like later on during the show, the dude is wailing on his, and you'll hear his vocals in a second, but he's wailing on his vocals. And then you know how whenever you have a sweet metal breakdown right before it, there's like a moment of silence before it goes off. In that moment of silence, he took the moment to say, hi grandma. It was so good. It was timed so perfectly.
And for those who don't know Nekrogoblikon, so Jonathan and I went in knowing who Nekrogoblikon is. I've been listening to them for like maybe 10 years at this point.
Nice.
And I like them. I like Nekrogoblikon a lot, but this is the first opportunity I got to go see them because Hanabie was playing with them. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a perfect show. I'd love to go see Nekrogoblikon, and now I have confidence. I was like, oh dang, I'd just go see them if they're playing.
Yeah, I'd see them as a headliner.
It's so fun.
Nice.
But like,
so good.
But they were. You may have heard Jonathan say the Goblin said. That's because there's a goblin in the band.
Yeah.
And you'll see in the clip, but. It's so he does clean lyrics and the singer does the growl lyrics, but they're more shrieky growl lyrics. And they're a very tongue-in-cheek band. They're very funny. They knew they were touring with Hanabie, so they were teaching us very bad words in Japanese, which is very fun. So go ahead, you can play the clip.
All right, let's see. Get this to work.
I cut out the keyboard solo. I had to do it. There's the goblin behind the guitar player.
I've seen this guy, yeah.
Oh, they're sick, dude. It's such a fun show.
Oh, you got the twins.
Yep.
This is awesome.
Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I've never had so much fun seeing a band like entertain the audience while singing funny songs in like this metal stuff.
I have to ask, how tall is the goblin?
I think he's the shortest one in the band, but he's not like as short as like you would expect a goblin to be.
Because I've seen like music videos where it kind of looks like he's dwarvish, but like
I thought he was a little person.
Me too.
He was, but he's not. Yeah. He's not that.
Yeah, he's probably like 5'6".
Oh, so Tom Cruise. He's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and Jonathan mentioned, because I caught some crowd surfing in there. There's crowd surfing the whole show. The pits were insane. But there's people, crowd surfing and getting up there, and it seems like people are getting hurt. It's great. But there's those two twins that were at the front. Those two guys. You could definitely tell, like, here we are at a metal show, whatever. You can definitely tell they were up at the front, just being like, "Dang, this is some white people stuff." Like, this is white people garbage.
Yeah, security. Yep.
Yeah, and it was like, totally, absolutely, it is. Until this giant black dude gets hoisted up and is crowd surfing, and they see him coming, and they're like, "Oh no!" And I think the first time they did it was Nekrogoblikon.
Yes.
And dude, this guy, the crowd is surfing this giant black guy, and it's so great. It's so funny.
He's holding two Pokemon plush dolls up in the air as he's being crowd surfing. This dude is easily 350 to 400 pounds.
and they're having a tough time crowd surfing him, but then the guys up front know that they have to catch him. And I kind of want to tell the rest of the story once we see Hanabie, but I'll just tell the rest of the story now.
Yeah.
So he did it twice. The first time they were like, "Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I hope he doesn't do that again." Second time he does it, they're laughing when he gets to the front, and then they were like, no more, you're done. No more crowd surfing from you, because they were having the hardest time catching him and getting him onto the ground. It was so funny to watch, but he was having the time of his life. It was so great to watch.
And everybody in the audience was booing the bouncers for not allowing him to crowd surf.
Yeah. And then so Hanabie, before they went on, their setup, they were having some technical difficulties before the show, so their setup was taking a little bit longer than between Enterprise Earth and Nekrogoblikon. And so the audience there were some pretty cheeky fellas in the audience, because all of a sudden, all these smartphones started going up in the pit, as you can kind of see in the preview image. But so people are putting up smartphones, but they're putting up brain rot. So like people are putting up like Subway Surfer on their phone, and somebody has like Family Guy clips playing, like haha 10 funny Family Guy moments, and somebody's just like all those things that you watch when you see like a TikTok video. Yeah. And they're just like, and they're stacking their phones on top of each other so you can watch it like a brain rot TikTok video.
Oh God.
It was brilliant, dude. And then when Nekrogoblikon left the stage, they were like, "Are you guys excited to see Hanabie? Make sure you use some of the words we taught you." And he's like, "Also, be sure to thank, we'd like to thank Enterprise Rent-A-Car for joining us on the tour." Never once corrected himself. They called Enterprise Earth Enterprise Rent-A-Car the whole show, and it was great. It was the bit was amazing. I highly recommend, if anybody gets the chance to go see Nekrogoblikon, you do it. It is so fun.
I know they do come to Japan from time to time, so I will definitely have to keep my eyes peeled.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So this Hanabie clip is, and I'll go into a little bit of Hanabie. So Hanabie is a band that actually, believe it or not, my uncle introduced me to.
Really?
And this was like probably back when they only had like 4 singles out is when I was introduced to Hanabie. And he was like, "I think they're better than Baby Metal." And after I listened to them, I was like, absolutely agree. I think this is a far superior band to Baby Metal as far as like a Japanese all-girl metal band goes. That's when I sent them to you guys, and you guys got familiar with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you're welcome. And and so
one of my friends actually used to go to a bar where the lead singer used to work while she was still in Hanabie, but then when Hanabie became a full-time job, she had to quit.
Wow. Yeah, because it's amazing how successful they are. Okay, you can play the clip. This is all of them coming out. Okay. And then there's no actual music yet. It's just. All right. So there's the drummer. She's the newest one in the band. They've actually had like 3 different drummers. So this is the 4th drummer, I think.
Okay.
But all the other band members have been the same since the start. So there's the bass player.
If I was born a Japanese girl, I would 100% be a Harajuku girl. The fashion is amazing.
And There's my wife. I'm in love with her.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, mind you, at this time, the bouncers at the front have no idea what's happening.
Really?
Yeah, they don't know. Like they've heard these like metal bands like going up. These dudes taking their shirts off, and I actually cut it off before the music starts. I just got the intro with it. However, the next one.
All right, the next clip. Yeah, let's see.
This is Spicy Queen. Yeah.
Okay, Spicy Queen. Here's your wife.
Yeah. Dude. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
And it's such a unique experience getting to see a Japanese band in America.
Yeah.
They had such a hard time talking to the audience, but they did so much audience interaction in between their songs.
Mm.
But that listening to them try to do it in English was so difficult for them.
Yeah.
And all of us in the audience were just cheering no matter what they said because we were just rooting for them, you know?
Right. It's like whenever we saw a band from Japan play at Anime Boston, like they would sometimes have a hard time, and we just cheered for them. We just rooted for them.
Except for when we saw the Pillows, he could speak English really well.
Yeah. So Yamanaka absolutely could.
Yeah, there was TsuShiMaMiRe at Middle East, right? We met them in person.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yes, yeah. And now I can say they're actually friends with the band.
Yeah,
Oh,
so they're,
cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Just imagine those three bouncers who had been there all night, not even liking metal music, and then the Japanese band comes out, and they're like, "What is this?" And then and then they start playing. Oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing to see their reaction to the first time that she really turned on her voice and let into it. Oh, it was priceless.
And from what I understand, they actually she actually wound up wrecking her voice after this show, and they actually had to cancel 2 or 3 concerts because of it.
Really?
No way.
Yeah, or postpone them. Yeah.
Because the Boston show was the first one. We were the first stop.
Yeah.
So, which is
I think
awesome.
they were there for 2 nights, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So, because I actually bought a shirt from their merch booth, and it's just so cool to see Boston MA right at the top of the tour shirt.
Yeah, because we tend to be normally the last place. We're either right in the middle or dead last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this clip, this is before I just wanted I took this because as soon as it started happening, I was like, I have to show this. I have to capture it on my phone. Play it. You'll know exactly what I mean.
Okay, let's see. All right, I see the. Okay, circle pit.
It's not a circle pit.
All right. Let's see. I like the guy with the beanie.
Yeah.
My gosh. Oh my gosh.
So you have a tiny venue like Big Night Live, and they set up a wall of death.
The security must have been like, Jesus, son of a bitch.
Yeah, look. Yeah, they have the flashlight up right now. And then
Okay, let's see what all these people are doing. Making sure nobody gets hurt, don't you know?
I worked security before. No, I'm so glad I don't do it anymore. I hated that shit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
actually, you could tell how inexperienced they were with metal shows because the mosh pit started going and they thought that people were fighting, but it was just the mosh pit.
Yeah.
So, all right. So here's some candidates I took of just each one of the members doing their thing, and then one last slide after this that kind of finished off the show for the finale. I just thought it was so cool.
Yay!
Yeah.
Bruins.
Yeah.
It came out in the Bruins shirt, the Bruins
Stop
jersey.
Bruins.
And it was great. Actually, if you want to go back one more frame, down on the bottom middle, that was also really neat because she actually jumped into the crowd and had the crowd hold her up, which is an incredibly risky thing to do.
Yeah.
When you're just, I don't know,
Tiny Japanese girl?
Yeah, a tiny Japanese girl in a foreign land, and you don't know how people will respond to that.
Right.
And it was very successful. People were very respectful. People were very excited to have her there. And she was very into the show. She was so excited to be here. And I think Hanabie was just really appreciative of the response that they got. So, I mean, they said they would be back, but of course bands always say they're going to be back. But I think they had a blast. I think it was just really, really fun.
Yeah, of course.
So, I don't
Boston's
know.
Always fun.
Yeah, so I don't know if the Bruins thing was just unique to our show, but because we're the first stop, they could kind of experiment with what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I do hope they got to keep the Bruins jersey.
Yeah, because those are $300.
The Nekrogoblikon lead singer actually came out with a Bruins shirt, but it was Nekrogoblikon in the Bruins font with the Boston Bruins logo underneath it.
Oh, nice.
But I think he's from here.
Yeah,
because
really?
if his grandma was in the audience, so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Nekrogoblikon guys are local. I don't know if
His grandma made them the shirt.
yeah.
but they were talking to the audience like they were from Boston. So I think they're from somewhere around here. That was our show.
Awesome.
We had a great time. It was just me and John.
I'm so happy that you actually got to see him live. Hanabie is also on my bucket list. I still have not yet had a chance to see him perform here in Tokyo. Hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah, I mean, you got the home field advantage.
I know I have the home field advantage, but sometimes sometimes it's hard to go and see like a band you really want to see live because either A, they don't perform often, or B, when they do, the tickets go so quickly that there's no chance of getting it. This is why it happens to me every time Maximum the Hormone announces a show.
Yeah.
It's like the tickets go so fast for that it's next to impossible to go and see him live.
So what you got to do then is if they're on a tour, it's always like the same thing when there's a New England show. You will never get to see a Boston show for less than $150 for a really large band.
Right.
But what you can do is go to the Connecticut show because nobody goes to Connecticut for a show. So all you need to do is just go a prefecture over. And find the Connecticut of Japan. Go there when they're on tour.
I'm trying to think. Is that Nagoya? Probably. Maybe Nagoya. Maybe Chiba.
Shinjuku.
Shinjuku's Tokyo.
That's still in Tokyo. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's like the. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. All right. I'm so happy you guys got to see that and experience it. Now you can brag that you saw a band before me from Japan. Like how I always brag that I've seen Avatar twice.
Yep.
And Andrew's not yet seen them, even though he's the guy who introduced me to him.
I know. We've had literally 4 opportunities to go see them since they've started, but they always play on like a Wednesday night. It's like I have to work.
So do I, but I still go.
Yeah, but you're a madman, and this is your business.
All right, so time for the main event for today's episode. But first, it's time for that question. Will we talk about horse girls today?
What?
No.
Fuck.
Oh.
Well, I mean, technically the answer is yes.
You just acknowledged it. You said we're going to talk about horse girls. Now you just said no.
See, thank you, Blue. That's what I've been saying since we created this segment.
Yes.
And it's yep.
Okay.
No.
Well, then let's. Okay, Blueonic. How much do you know about horse girls?
Not a fucking thing. I have no idea. I did not know this existed.
I'm gonna swap over.
My Little Pony, maybe, but fuck, I don't know about this shit.
Oh, dude, it's like legit one of the best anime out there, one of the best mobile games out there. Uma Musume,
Right.
it's called.
Okay.
A little bit of background on it, just so we catch Blue up.
Yes.
So Andrew and I used to do a panel at Anime Boston called "My Waifu's Not Weird," and it was a science and psychology of the character crush. And one year that we did it, we were talking about how they are moeifying everything, and how moe was a thing and all that. And then they, and at the end of that year, they were going to be releasing Horse Girls in America, which is Uma Musume, which is like all of these famous race horses. Their spirits go into girls in this universe, and they are horse girls that race, whatever. Andrew's playing it right now. You can see it. And it was a big joke. It was we were rolling about it. We were like, this is the funniest thing ever. And then season 1 of the anime drops that year. We watch it, and it was the legitimate best anime of that year.
Well, we watched it with the intention of making fun of it on the podcast.
Correct.
And then we were like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I don't know, 6 years later since we started watching it, still to this day, we're talking about it. Maybe even longer than that.
Yeah. So this was 2018.
Has it had any more shows?
Oh yeah.
Any more seasons? Yeah.
So it's had 3 seasons of the main anime, Road to the Top 4-episode special on YouTube, a movie called The Beginning of the New Era, which we actually talked about in the last show, and then there is a prequel series that is on Amazon Prime called Cinderella Grey, and Cinderella Grey, legit the best.
Jesus.
It's so great. Yeah, so 5 seasons, a special OVA, and a movie.
And
a video game.
A video game and concerts, which I have been to one of the Uma Musume concerts. It was almost 4 hours long, and it had all the voice actresses performing songs from the game.
Holy shit. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. To give you an idea, Taylor Swift performs for 3.5 hours, and Bruce Springsteen performs for 3 hours. This show was 3 hours and 52 minutes long.
How the hell did they get away with that? Because most venues won't let you do that.
Well, it was an afternoon show. The show was at 4 p.m. and we got out at 8 p.m.
And also, Horse Girls.
Horse Girls.
Yeah, Horse Girls. Yeah.
Horse Girls.
Girls that are horses.
Yeah, horse racing. Horse racing is like a phenomenon in Japan. There's a lot of
derby.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
legit.
luck tied to it. There's a lot of luck tied to it, and there's a lot of old spirits in Japan. Like all the old guard, all those old folks loved horse racing, and they know all these horses as the horses. There's actually a viral video out there of a man in his 70s seeing all these designs and guessing who they are because he's an old horse trainer. It's so funny, dude.
No shit.
So so it's fun. So and it's great. It's a great property. It's actually legitimately good. It's goofy in concept, absolutely, but shocking how good the quality of it is.
Yeah.
Now, my whole thing is now the derby that we have over here in America and all the goofy friggin' hats. Do they do the same shit in Japan?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
But yes, the tradition of going to the derby and dressing goofy on purpose is quite silly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, these days, there are people that are now showing up to the horse races here in Japan as Uma Musume characters.
Oh,
yes, that's true, too.
That is true. That's true. Lots of cosplay. And even now, like you just mentioned the Kentucky Derby, the company that created Uma Musume, Cygames, they've sponsored races for the Kentucky Derby. They've had presence at Kentucky Derby and other, American and British races, and people are just going crazy for it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And
So now, Evan, you have to change the slideshow because yes, we did talk about Horse Girls.
God damn it! I'm so sorry. I put you down the friggin' rabbit hole.
It's okay.
Jesus Christ!
Look at what you've done.
We will listen. This segment is here for a reason. We will talk about Horse Girls until the day we die.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Thanks, Uma Musume.
Until we go to the glue factory ourselves.
Cool.
Yeah. God.
Sure, we'll make great glue one day.
All right. So, this is it. This is the end of the Boston Bastard Brigade.
What a sad graphic.
I'm sorry. Listen. I'm sorry. It's a sad graphic. But, like, don't be sad because it's ending. Be glad because it happened.
Yeah. And there's new potential up ahead. Wow.
New beginnings.
Yes, new beginnings. The beginning of a new era. Uma Musume. So, before we dive into the beginning of Boston Bastard Brigade, there is a little bit of an origin story of, like, how, like, this whole thing happened. And we have to go all the way back to 2006 for this. Because at the time, I'm a junior at Salem State College. I just transferred from North Shore Community College. Blueonic was still at North Shore Community College. I think he had, half of a year left or something?
No, my dumbass stayed in there for fucking almost 3.5, 4 years, I think, and then I moved over to Salem State because I'm a fucking moron.
So at this time, I'm just slowly starting to get into Japanese music. And at Salem State, they have a radio station there, which is WMWM Salem, 91.7 FM. And I was just curious about, like who does all the radio shows. I see, big old adults doing shows, and I'm seeing college kids do shows. And, like, one day, just out of curiosity, this shy 21-year-old autistic kid walks down and is like, hey guys, like, have you ever thought about performing like Japanese music on the show? And they look at me and they're like, well, yeah, like, if you want to do your own radio show here, we could train you how to do that. And it's like, I can have my own show. I can play my own music on this show. And, like, at first, I'm, like, terrified of this idea and concept. But then the more I saw just how professional everybody else was with their shows, I'm like, okay, I guess I can try to do this. So I spend 3 months training. I have to have, like, X amount of hours training. I'm on a couple of my friends' shows. They're showing me the ropes, to show me how to do it. And then there were a couple of times where they actually gave me the opportunity to sit behind the board and, take over for an hour of their show. And what was great about one of the times is my good friend, his name was Anthony Sagase. And I think he did, like, the Super Monkey Fun Time Hour show or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And the show went from 9 p.m. to midnight. And I got to take over from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. This was the cool thing about WMWM Salem. After 10 p.m., all bets are off. No FCC regulations. You could play whatever you wanted on the show.
Radio.
Really?
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. I couldn't swear, but the songs could swear. And the very first, naturally, I took that opportunity to, like, see how far I could push that. And the very first song that I played on there was the song Don't Say Fuck by Electric Eel Shock. Where just every other word is like, you don't say fuck, fucker. Yes, you are. Don't say fuck. You talk shit. It disgusts me. Don't say fuck, fucking you. And it's just a song about, hey, don't say fuck. And while they're just saying fuck the whole time. And I'm like looking at Anthony, I'm like, are you sure I'm okay with doing this? It's like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's totally okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, but that just brings me back to the point where, like, how many times did we get a call from a Karen or something like that because we're like, we don't, like, because of we were doing sports segments. We'd be like, we don't give a puck about what you think, because we would say puck with a P, puck,
Yeah, lady kept calling. Did you say fuck? Did you say fuck in the fuck? No.
I do think I appreciate you saying the F word on the radio.
Go ahead, report us, lady. Go ahead, because they're going to make fun of you.
So yeah, after all that time, finally, July 7th, 2006, No Borders, No Race makes its premiere, and like there's one of the flyers I made for the show that I used to pull around college campuses and Salem, Massachusetts. Whoever would let me to hang it up, I would put it up. So of course I've got bands like The Pillows, TsuShiMaMiRe, Electric Eel Shock, Shingo 2. I think that's well, there's L'Arc-en-Ciel, there's Stance Punks. There's me with Kazuto back in 2006 on the bottom there. And what's her name from Nana? Oh my gosh. I can't believe I am blanking on Anasuchiya. And this is and the cat is saying, if you can read this, you know Japanese. With 2006 era Google Translate. Let's keep this in mind. This probably so kore o hanasumu koto ga dekireba nihongo de aru. Like I don't. I think that's what it said.
Yeah, right. It's like, hey, any Japanese listeners out there, tell us if it's correct. You know?
Yeah. And it's funny because like after I had done like did my first season of the show in the summer, and then in the fall, that's when I started meeting people from Japan that were going to Salem State. And I was telling them everything that I was doing and everything and all the bands I was playing, and they're like looking at me and they're like saying, You know more bands than I do.
Yeah.
Which I took that as a kind of a compliment.
Absolutely.
And so it was me and Blueonic. There you are. The nemesis. The nemesis.
The nemesis. Yay, nemesis. Damn, do I miss that thing.
Yeah. And that's a picture that was taken by Pandalicious from Electric Sisterhood. So it was mostly the two of us. Sometimes Chris Talon from the Stampede would come down and be like a guest host as well. We would have our friend Monica, who would go by the name codename Brad, on the show.
Yep. Brad, yep.
And we'd even have my friend Kristen, who would go by Nenya, and who would go on to become the president of Anime Boston in a couple of years, come on and talk about Anime Boston.
That's wild.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's crazy.
And, you know, during that time, that's when I started, like, meeting people from all the bands. Like, there I am with, on the top left, that is Dory from the Goju Kaitans. There's a very young Mari and Yayoi on the top right from TsuShiMaMiRe. On the bottom left, there's Aki from Electric Eel Shock. And then bottom left, one of the first interviews I ever did for No Borders or Race, Ketchup Mania. And then the guy in the beanie hat, that's Kenji, a.k.a. Domingo. And he actually helped be the interpreter for, like, the interviews. And I still talk to Kenji. He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
He lives in Germany. He's living his dream.
My big question is why is there a young Tom Green with no goatee standing in all these pictures?
Yeah, exactly.
It's either Tom Green or Nicolas Cage. I get both of those.
That's so funny, dude.
Well,
you're a handsome fella in your young.
I know, right? Look at that.
Come on, I'm still young.
That's right.
You look exactly the same, but like you are a college hottie for sure.
I don't think that was the case. I don't think I was a hottie.
That's funny.
I went to that school a virgin and I left a virgin. I'll put it that way.
There was a lot of girls. A lot of the girls were taken by
other girls. I'm not joking.
Okay,
listen. Like this is true. This is fact. there's a reason why they call Salem State Seldom Straight.
Oh, good. I was about to say that. I was like, yeah, it was called Seldom Straight. And be like, yep, now you're canceled, Richard. No.
Like, and it was a fact, like, for every one straight couple I knew at Salem State, there were 10 gay couples I knew. It was like, it was crazy. It was not,
or in transitioning or something like that. Remember our buddy,
Angela.
Angela did, yep, yeah. So it's like, like that, so, it was good to be able to get that learning experience because, like, I respected a lot of more people because, whatever they wanted to choose. But more or less, it didn't help us. It didn't help us in any relationship standpoint.
The lesbians gave me nice relationship advice, but like, all right, where do I go use this?
Yeah, Tumbleweed. Where do I find that girl?
Well, and I mean, when you are majoring in coven, then it's hard to go as a male. So,
I mean, we could have been a warlock. I mean, yeah, there weren't many warlocks there.
Yeah.
But now this does bring to the birth of Boston Bastard Brigade, the birth of B3. And the same time I'm starting the radio show back in 2006, Panda and Ninja Sister are starting the Electric Sisterhood. And like I had to go onto archive.org to find.
I was literally about to ask you that question.
Yes.
Like, did you have to go on archive.org for this?
Yes, I went onto archive.org to find like the website. Like, this is them from 2006. The very first Black Girl Geek podcast show. And I have to say, they do not get the credit that they deserve for being the first Black gaming anime geek girl podcast show in the history of podcasts. So like, when you see all these other like people being showcased on other podcast shows, like they all, and it kind of like ticked them off a little bit, and it ticked me off. It's like, well, these were the originators. But then it brings me back to like the old Dave Chappelle skit. Is like, never be the first black person to do anything.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah, but it was around this time, I think it was early 2008, when Panda would come up to me and be like, hey, we like what you're doing with No Borders No Race. Why don't you come on and be a writer for our website? So I did, and as luck would have it, the very first article I would write, which is here, would be for Bubblegum Viking, the Stance Punks album that I just saw be played in its entirety.
That is wild.
No shit.
And then, okay, I'm going to read it. So, keep in mind, this is 23-year-old me, who is still both a noob and a weeb. So, like, I begin with Konnichiwa, my little quack pack crew, which, like, the King Baby Duck is here. The King Baby Duck is here, making his grand debut in the world of the Electric Sisterhood. To mark this debut, we're going to look at the 2006 album Bubblegum Viking by Japanese punk rockers Stance Punks. Now, some people will ask, why King Baby Duck? Why that? So, BC Ro, as she's known as, she went as Ninja Sister, and BC Manda, as she's known as, she went as Pandalicious. So I'm like, okay. One of my favorite bands is Eagles of Death Metal, and there is a song on the album Death by Sexy that's called The Ballad of Queen Bee and Baby Duck, because also Baby Duck is the nickname of Joshua Homme from Queens of the Stone Age. And the song goes like, for so long the king was alone, King Baby Duck sat alone on his throne. And it just stuck. Like, I'll call myself like this because, Eagles of Death Metal and Queens of the Stone Age, they're two of my favorite bands. It's my way of paying tribute to them. All right, so back to the review. So I say, gather together the best tracks from the Clash's London Calling, Dropkick Murphys' Sing Loud, Sing Proud, and the Blue Hearts' self-titled debut album. Now drop an atomic bomb on top of them, which I now realize is so insensitive to say about a Japanese punk band.
That's so metal.
Yeah, you kind of fucked up there. But
Yeah. The end result still would not be as powerful as the new Stance Punk's album. Their fourth album release, Bubblegum Viking, takes in every style of punk rock known to man and gives it the 10,000 volt jolt it has desperately needed these past 13 years. From its 1-2 march into battle named Waving a Big Flag in the Wind that follows forth into the trash your hotel room blitz called Monkey 17, to the mosh enthralling Shirelwa Blue and the Guitar Wolf inspired licks from Kenya's Epiphone and Dropping Ones of Star, the album clearly has the purpose of grabbing a baseball bat and smashing every piece of furniture in your house. In other words, pure punk bliss. Again, noob, weeb, person who sounds like he knows what he's talking about but really isn't. And FYI, I hadn't listened to the entirety of London Calling when I wrote this, by the way.
That's funny.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You lied to us.
Do you even know what punk rock sounds like? All of London.
I mean, I had the Ramones compilation album. I had some Dropkick Murphys albums. I had Green Day. I had Blink 182. I'm doing this because people don't consider them real punk music, but like,
Yeah.
And if you download them from Napster,
Green Day.
no, this was probably the era of Kazaa and Soulseek, and maybe LimeWire. Yeah, LimeWire.
yeah.
LimeWire.
But like this was an
LimeWire.
out. Yeah, this like for Stance Punks, I bought all their albums, and keep in mind, like I had to import these. This was before iTunes. This is before Amazon MP3. The only Japanese download website you could go to was Japan Files to buy albums legally, and those were like all indie bands and indie artists. Like there was no one really anyone big on there. So like the only option was to import and spend a fuck ton of money to buy these records. I think I've spent like $2,000 on during that time of like CD Japan. Like yeah.
So
But it was worth it.
So that back then, $2,000. Inflation now would be like about 10 grand. Yeah, there you go.
you wouldn't be far off. I like to be honest with you.
Yes.
Fucking everything has just exploded.
Yeah. All right.
Shit.
Yeah. So, its signature track, Let It Roll, calls out to the people who first heard the Ramones back in 1975. It's clear in this song the vocalist Suru forever wishes to be on stage with the late Joey and Johnny, despite the fact that his voice would be better off with the likes of Joe Strummer and Mick Jones. There also seems to be a bit of a subliminal influence, listen to me being clever, subliminal influence, in both Night Airship and The Party Does Not Enter main part. And while these tracks are more ska than punk in the band, the punctuation, I'm terrible to punctuation. The band does a great job reminding the listeners that their inspiration is more from just one genre. And this was me totally forgetting that even The Clash did sort of like reggae styled sort of music. I said ska, I should have said reggae. From start to finish, Bubblegum Viking is the thrill ride that makes you want to get back in line to get on again. If you have a single ounce of love for the punk genre, this album is for you. Play it for your non-Japanese friends. If they complain that they can't understand a single lyric, remind them that's how punk is supposed to sound. Loud and incoherent.
Yep.
I don't think that's true, by the way, now. It's loud, but yeah, there are some really good lyrics. The true punk spirit of punk has been brought back. And by the end of this masterpiece, you two will be screaming, "We are the Bubblegum Viking." 5 stars, hands down. And then, that's it for this corner today. This is King Baby Duck saying, oh, if it ain't made in Japan, it's usually crap. And I got that line from Saturday Night Live because of the one of the greatest skits of all time, Everything Scottish. Welcome to Everything Scottish. If it's not Scottish, it's crap!
Yeah. It's
I have to
absolute
say
crap.
though, I have to say though, Evan, that article, even though it's very dated and very green,
Cringe.
it's still you. It's like I feel like it still has your essence that you still write with today. So if it counts for anything, it does still write in your style. It's just not as polished as you.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
It is funny though, because it does sound like an inexperienced 23-year-old writer is writing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I feel that because I remember even my, adolescent, like 20, when you're in your early 20s, it's not adolescent, but like adolescent in your craft, I should say.
Yes,
like when you're
adolescent in your craft.
Like I remember the kind of cringe that you would put out, or that I would put out, and things that I go into drawing and testing out comic books and story writing and all these kinds of things. When you're putting your 10,000 hours into your craft, you have to make things that aren't that good.
Yeah.
So.
It reminds me of that Florka
Right.
Cows script comic where it's the guy who's like, forge me into a sword, and he makes a sword, and it's like this piece of crap, and the guy is like, I am not a blacksmith.
Yeah, I'm not a blacksmith.
I'm not a
Which
blacksmith.
reminds me, Andrew, you still have an unfinished comic that you owe the world.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, with Io and
Oh,
Killjoy.
yeah. When I made Coil back in, that was like my sanity comic, though. Because I was writing a comic all throughout college, and it was very, very inspired by the kind of anime I liked at the time. Like, there's a lot of Elfin Lied in it, and there's a lot of
Catgirls.
actually like Black Lagoon and kind of stuff, like everything that I just loved and I was taking in, and so I was experimenting a lot with writing, and I still think about that comic often, but I would totally rewrite it again. Like, it would be completely different, like all the same characters, but the story would just be overhauled, because it's like, I know how to do this better.
There was still some good stuff in there.
Yeah,
Like,
I knew what I was going
In the same
for.
way, so let's put it this way: in the same way that we can see how green Evan is in his first, writing here, but it still sounds like Evan. Your Coil comic it still sounded like you in your storytelling capabilities, but it was very green.
Yeah, like we know what you're going for in this, Evan. It just needs
More
it just needs
atomic
more
bomb.
time to cook and more practice, So it's cool. I think that was awesome. That was a great choice to do, was reading your first article. That's hilarious. I love it.
That line is going to live rent free in my head probably for the rest of my life, though.
Which one?
Dropping the atomic bomb on all those punk albums.
Yeah.
That was
so based. It was so great.
Yeah. Such a great line.
I mean, you think of 20 to yourself, how do I sound smart? How do I sound clever? And it's like,
Nuke. Nuclear bomb.
Nuke.
And Japan.
Such an edgelord. Such an edgelord.
Yeah, edgelord stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The only thing that you could have said that would made that better would be kamikaze onto an American battleship.
Oh, yeah. Don't touch our ships, you bastards. No, like honestly, with all the stuff that you had to polish my fucking turds.
Oh
every
my
time I had to
God.
So I'm so sorry about that.
Remember when? Okay, remember when Electric Sisterhood started the magazine and you had submitted your stuff, and and you had and then Evermore, who is Ninja Sister's husband, reached out to me and be like, "Hey, your buddy, he can't write."
No, I can't. No.
That's right. Don't worry. I
Nope, I
had
can't
the
write.
same experience with Nerdy Show. I did. So not to worry.
Well, that's the thing.
No, I couldn't write. I can't write for shit. Nope.
Blueonic was always good with the voice. He was always good with talking. I was good with the writing. That was the balance.
I think the one that really stands out in my head right now is the one that I went fucking War and Peace on Army of Two.
Oh my god!
I went full force, like just like I think if you ever pulled up that fucking article, it was just goddamn fucking as long as I could just build it.
Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see.
I was like, also screenshot. Look at this shit. Look at this motherfucker.
Oh man, that's awesome.
But can I say
Army
though,
of Two.
that game rocks. So
Oh, yeah.
you had
Here we go.
Right.
I'm hoping. Oh, yep, there it is. I was hoping that like they're supposed to. You know how Facebook is. That Facebook and like a lot of those like things right now, they're like thirst traps. They're friggin' like, look. Well, there's a possibility that they're going to bring back Army of Two. It's like EA is not going to do that because they're a bunch of fucking money sluts. They're not going to do it because it's not going to make the fucking fuck them. They're not going to do it.
No risk.
As much as it did, don't get my fucking hope up. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you can see right there, Army of 240th Day. I love the hell out of this game because they were like. They made, it kind of set up where we could design our own mask, and we actually put our own masks on there. I don't know, it might be still on there, but
let me see.
But yeah, at some point.
That's
keep going. Yeah, there they are.
Oh my god,
that is sick. That is awesome.
Yeah, so like they had it so it was so customizable, but like yet again, it was awesome. But I felt so bad after the fact that like I wrote just complete garbage and you having to like probably like just sling blade the fuck out of it just to make it an actual readable like thing. But like nowadays it's like it's not as bad because if I'm writing with like an AI tool now a bit better, it would probably assist me with not sounding so fucking retarded. That's just me.
Oh man.
I will say I'm happy that like Apple Notes has a proofread option, and like every time I write an article, proofread, make sure, and like I still like there are times where like sometimes I get 0 proofread. I'm like, yay! And then there are times where it's like 13 proofreads, and I'm like,
Yeah, no, see that's the problem. I do remote IT work now, and then like I have like oh god, I can't remember the name of the fucking tool, but like I have to write up tickets all the time, so I'm like click, I did XYZ, and then it's like you said this wrong, this was wrong. All right, fine, just AI fix it. Just you fix it, make it look good. All right, great, submit. Thanks, I'm done. Next ticket.
The funny thing too about this review is it's not just a review. Like it has like you break down the characters, you give them bios. And all like
I remember doing that. I was like, I think I said I was like, if this was supposed to be a movie, I would want like what's her name there? That was from Charlie's Angels. Yeah, I'd want her to be like Alice, and like how they should like if they were to do a movie, this would
Lucy
be awesome.
Liu,
like
yeah. You said you say Lucy Liu.
Yeah, Lucy Liu. Giggity. Anyways, my wife will kill me if I heard that. But anyways, that's besides the point. I like that's the whole thing that kind of like I wanted to be more helpful than hurtful when I'm like writing stuff. So yeah, no, sorry, King.
It's okay, don't worry. But this does lead to the creation of Boston Bastard Brigade, and like we recorded a couple pilot episodes, and then. Finally, in July of 2009, it came to fruition. And unfortunately, so the goings on thing should be on the far right here where all this black is. But like this is what popped up when I looked on archive.org.
Yeah, of course. So it looks a little bit off.
So yeah, when we recorded our shows, we had a routine. Every Saturday, we wake up early. We would go to one of the mall, either go to the Liberty Tree Mall for AMC theaters, or we would go to Showcase Cinema in Revere. Rest in peace. Revere.
That's now a Amazon Prime factory.
Oh my god! What a waste! What a waste! And every we would watch a movie. We would go see what opened that weekend, and we would make it part of the show.
We spent a lot of money on that shit.
No, we did, dude. $5 Saturdays. $5.
Oh yeah, that's right. We would do matinee to save the money, and then I spent a lot of money on gas because I would drive everybody in my truck because I had a V8.
And these were just some of the movies that we would talk about in our show. Like we went and saw Inglourious Bastards opening weekend. And like that was Inglourious Bastards was like was the movie that told me, okay, I guess it's safe to use the word bastard in a title. Twitch.
Yeah, but they spelled it different.
Yeah. Yeah. But so like Boston Bastard Brigade, the name of the website, the original concept was original. So like there's so many different stories, so many different origins of the name. From my interpretation, it was, of course, Boston was from where we're from, and then Brigade because of the anime, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. She had the SOS Brigade, and then we were trying to think of the second word, bastard, and the word bastard kept coming up in my head. And originally, I thought, oh, maybe it's because of Electric Eel Shock, the song Bastard that they do. Maybe it's because of Monty Python, John Cleese. That's like the best curse word he says. Bastard. You bleeding heartless bastard. But a few years ago, I went and watched the English dub of Crayon Shin-Chan of like back in Adult Swim. And the superhero that Shin-Chan loves in America, he's known as Action Bastard. And in one episode of it, like his cute girl sidekick is like looking into the camera, and she goes like, "Don't forget, Bastard Brigade, to buy all the Action Bastard merch that you see." And I'm like, is that where I got it from? Did it like plant in my head? The Bastard Brigade was from Shin-Chan.
That's really funny because I remember Action Bastard for sure. Yeah.
I tell people in Japan that that's his name in America, and they laugh.
Yeah.
So these are just a handful of the movies that we saw in the theaters, or in some cases, back when Netflix would send you DVDs that you could rent.
Heck yeah. Is that where Dave Bautista's Wrong Town came from?
I have to talk about this. This is one of those awesomely bad movies. And the funny thing about this is Dave Bautista is in 2 scenes in this whole film. And
there he is, like up front and center.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam is the actual star of the movie.
That's awesome.
And you see Ja Rule listed. Ja Rule is in one scene of this film, and his main purpose in this movie is to get shot in the face by Batista.
Perfect.
That sounds like a good movie.
It is an awesomely bad tie. It's one of those movies you like. The dialogue is so bad, but you can't help but love it. Kind of film.
Was that a WWE based movie? Like, you know how they did like the Marines?
Like
it wasn't.
It wasn't because at the time I don't remember WWE being listed as like one of the production people, because I think at the time Rob Van Dam was in TNA when this movie came out. But Bautista was in it. And maybe at the time, Bautista was on a hiatus from the WWE.
Nah, this was a time when all of the wrestlers started doing the Rock route.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, The Rock was in The Mummy 2, and now suddenly every single wrestler wants to be like a Hollywood actor.
I could be a Hollywood actor. Yay! Yeah.
Which now, to be fair, a lot of them do. You know, it's so it's one of those
John
things.
Cena.
Yeah.
And also, to be fair, before The Rock did it, Hulk Hogan did it way more.
Yeah.
But that was
a different time. So did Andre the Giant. And Andre the Giant did it.
Oh, Andre the Giant
Yeah.
actually is technically the first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
first.
he did it so well in The Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Killed it.
He killed it. He killed it. He was the best.
Yeah, but he was a suffering bastard, like literally suffering.
Oh,
Yeah.
my spine won't stop
Yeah,
expanding.
fine, won't stop. Give me a case of beer. He just drink all the time. So yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk about how, like, we saw Inglourious Bastards opening weekend, and it got to the climax of the film, and like,
Oh, yeah.
nobody expected Hitler to die in this movie, and like, once you saw that, like, people stood up in our theater and started clapping.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
We probably saw that the same night you did. So
Yeah, that and what was it? The other part where what's his name? I'm using the actual terms of the movie, the Jew Bear takes a baseball bat and smashes him off the head and says, like,
yeah,
fucking
Eli Roth.
what was it? Eli Roth. What did he say? He said,
It's a big it off at the Fenway Park.
yeah, fucking what? I
Mantle.
can't
I think
remember.
it was Mickey Mantle.
It was either Mickey Mantle or one of the other.
Was
what's
it
his
Ted
name?
Williams? It was
God
Ted
damn
Williams. Ted Williams.
Ted Williams. He's like, Ted Williams out of the motherfucking park. And we're like, we were all just like celebrating because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a great time to see that. And then same with like Boondock Saints 2. That was also good.
That's our movie. That's our Boston movie. That's our
Yeah.
That was like one of the most full I've ever seen a movie theater. It was
definitely
crazy. It was crazy. And like, I put the Expendables 2 because like this was my thing. Like, we did a double feature of Expendables 1 and Scott Pilgrim versus the World because both movies came out the same day. And I liked Scott Pilgrim more than Expendables 1. Expendables 2 was what I wanted Expendables 1 to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it was more action, more off the rails violence. And I do have to mention, because he was in it, Chuck Norris just passed away.
Yep, Chuck Norris. Yeah.
He had those 2 scenes where he just did the internet meme thing, and it was great.
Yeah.
I thought a cobra bit you. Yeah, and then after a long time, the cobra died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After days of suffering and agony,
The cobra died.
Yeah, he's the one who like took out a tank or something like that, and they're all just like, "What the heck? What the? Oh, it's Chuck Norris. Never mind. It's okay. It's just Chuck."
Didn't he have they played like a screeching eagle sound whenever he went on the
pretty much,
screen,
yeah.
too?
Yeah. And you'll notice in the Expendables 2, they don't really curse in the movie. That was that was Chuck Norris saying, "I'll be in this if you don't curse. The violence is okay, but just don't say the F word." And we're like, we can do that.
Yeah, it was the only way they could
It's
get
like the episode of South Park.
The movie.
Gratuitous, the South Park movie is like, gratuitous violence is okay as long as there's no bad language. Oh, God.
And then we've of course saw movies like Inception and The Avengers.
Yeah, Inception, yeah.
And then we had our stupid comedies like She's Out of My League, which I remember we saw that alongside.
Did we?
Yeah, Green Zone.
I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, we double featured this with the movie Green Zone with
Oh, right. Okay. No,
with Brendan Gleeson and Matt Damon, and Brendan Gleeson doing the worst American accent.
She's Out of My League.
Yeah.
Oddly underrated film. I did not expect to enjoy that movie as much as I did.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. I loved it. And Three Stooges.
I'll
say the same for that too. That was a funny movie.
It is a funny movie. They did it right.
Yeah.
Despite the Jersey Shore scene, the Jersey Shore scene might be cringed by today's standards, but as a whole, that movie was a loving tribute to what made the Three Stooges great.
So it is kind of sad that they lost out on Jim Carrey being Mo, because
right.
No, Jim Carrey's supposed to be Curly. So
are you sure?
Yeah. So Benicio del Toro was going to be Mo, Sean Penn was going to be Larry, and Jim Carrey was going to be Curly.
Oh wow. Well, they got Will Sasso to be Curly though.
Yeah,
so
Will Sasso.
Yeah, Will Sasso was great. And Sean Hayes surprisingly did a good Larry voice. Like, I just don't remember the guy who plays Mo, but he looked just like Mo.
Yeah, he does look like him.
Yeah.
I remember him being good. I think he was pretty convincing. All of them did such a convincing job, and I think that the fact that they did a group of no-name actors for it actually kind of worked in their favor a little bit. Maybe like AAA actors would have, done good, but I don't know. It worked for me either way.
Yeah, and then there was the Avengers, and then we had even Lawless, which is the movie, which is like the only good film that what's his name was in. What's his guy from Holes?
Shia LaBeouf, right?
Yes, I'm talking about Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, the only good
movies. Shia LaBeouf has good movies.
What are you talking? Well, you take that, mister. What about Holes? No,
Holes is a masterpiece.
No, I know. Holes,
the first Transformers movie is really freaking good.
Only the first one.
Actually,
he's supposed to be coming back.
So
allegedly.
So the very first Boston Bastard Brigade episode we recorded, as the official episode, we reviewed Revenge of the Fallen, and we actually liked it. We really enjoyed it. The third movie sucked. That I remember being in the movie theater watching this and like going, "When's it gonna be over? When's this gonna be over?" It was a horrible movie.
Cotton power lines.
If you want a really good retrospective of all of the Transformers movies, I highly recommend the YouTuber Pointless Hub. His favorite thing in the world is Transformers, and he has reviewed the entire series, including the anime movie. Yeah. And he is just an absolutely slamming 10 out of 10 movie reviewer.
Yeah, so he reviews Gen 1, then he reviews all the movies, then he does all the movies from best to worst, and he does the 1980s. Oh, that's right, the Gen 1 review was for the 1980s movie.
Yeah.
That's right, I forgot about that, yeah. So.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pointless Up.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. And then, of course, as part of the show, too, we would play video games. I think these are some of the best ones that we... Man, Split Second. The fact that that's not a franchise. The fact that that was the only Split Second game that... Crime against humanity. A crime against humanity.
Oh, yeah.
Arguably, one of the coolest racers I've ever played.
Black Rock Studios, right?
Yeah, Black Rock Studios.
Yeah, that got shut down, and that was like, nope. Let's just, I'm gonna go follow my sword because that game design was so great. Actually, I needed to my son is into Minecraft right now, but I feel like I need to grab him by the collar of the shirt and drag him over and be like, no, you're going to play this game, and then you're gonna freaking like it because it was good. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, and then of course we had Saints Row the Third. You gotta love that little bat.
Grand Theft Auto with crazy shit. Yeah, crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. Our first review opportunity that we actually got review copies of, Nailed.
That was good.
It's so wild about Techland. Techland is a studio. They will make a game, and it's amazing. And then they'll go to another studio, and they'll basically make the same game, but it wouldn't be as good. Because they made Nail for Deep Silver, and then they would go over to Ubisoft, and they would make Mad Riders. And it was basically Nail, but it sucked. And then
it was soulless.
And then they did the same thing. They did Dead Island, which was awesome. Dead Island was amazing for Deep Silver. And then they would go over to Warner Brothers Studio and they would make Dying Light, which sucked. I'm getting quiet crickets for that.
I don't I didn't play either one of those.
I've never played it, honestly.
Dude, can I tell you something about what pissed me off so much about Dying Light? So I played on the PlayStation 4, and you have the parkour in the game. And in order to parkour, you got to do it very quickly. You got to push the R top button or something. Every time I would go and start to do the parkour, I would push the what do you call it? The DualSense button on the top,
Yeah.
and it would pull up the main menu, and then I'd exit out. The parkour would end. I'd fall to my death every single time. One of the worst controls I had ever seen. Speaking of parkour, Mirror's Edge. Oh, so much fun.
I could not wait for that game. I was in Florida at the time, and I was waiting on bated breath to play Mirror's Edge. I was so obsessed.
Yeah, very good. And probably one of our favorite multiplayers, Monday Night Combat. That Blue would how many thousands of hours you would spend.
Yeah, I lost a lot of life force on that one, but I mean, then they came out with the second one, and that was pretty okay.
It was called Super Monday Night Combat. It was like, where's the super part?
Yeah, where's the super part? It did make it so super. This is I mean, the only other thing too that from it, the rail system kind of started sucking because it was almost like sending the same robots the same path, and then you're like trying to blow shit up, and it kind of. But I mean, that's what we had back then. It's not like what I like playing right now, Helldivers 2. So it's
I had to put in Snoopy Flying Ace. I still argue that's like one of the greatest Xbox Live arcade games ever. Like one of the best dogfighting games, the best controls, the craziest multiplayer, and it's a freaking Charlie Brown game.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I even wrote to the developers one time and be like, you struck gold with this, and they actually wrote back we were so proud of what we made with that game. Now I put in Hybrid. I can't remember Hybrid, but I remember you, Blue, wrote one of your reviews that you wrote. You loved this game. You gave it a 9.3 out of 10.
Yeah, that was a damn good one. I see. That's the thing. Even though that was the dumbest thing about me. I went to Salem State to become a police officer, but that did not pan out. And I was and then I ended up working in IT/electronic stuff. So, but I'm kind of a semi-gun nut because I like guns, and especially because I was paintballing, and I love paintball, and it just kind of reminded me of paintball, and it was nice. It's kind of like the other game there that I love to go back to. Actually, I think they might be remastering it. If I'm yet again, fingers crossed. Hopefully, it's get remastered as Black. So Black was another good one.
Wow, I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, that one was a good one. I'm hoping that was the thing. I was stuck on the Xbox. King was on the PlayStation side of it,
and the Wii. We both had Wii systems. We both had.
Well, we both had Wii's. Yeah, we had. Well, you got the Wii U before anybody, which is basically the standpoint of what Nintendo Switch is today.
Yeah.
But I mean. Yeah, I'm even looking over at some of my stuff. I'm like, oh, there's my Xbox 360 over there, and I think my Xbox is all the way the fuck over there, and hey, there's a bunch of Wii games over there because I've been trying to entertain the kiddos because I'm like, listen, here, because for whatever reason, the Nintendo Switch games, you have to pay out the goddamn nose in order to get something good to get the kids moving. You got the Wii Sports game, they only love the bowling. They won't do the tennis. They won't do that. But the Nintendo Sports, Switch Sports. Because if you do the Wii Sports, they love the bowling to death because of the 100 pins. But that's the whole thing. I'm sure that's the whole thing that sucks about being a parent and video games. And you're just I want you to keep moving. I'm I'm ready to buy you one of those on the marketplace of a goddamn meta headset with the moving VR trackpad and have you run in place. just to get
I saw one of those today. I'm thinking about getting one.
I'm just get on the fucking treadmill. Just burn out some energy, and then I can get on there and lose some of this fat fucking weight. So it's believe me, it's one of those things where I thought gaming would be a completely different animal now, but it's still kind of the
We're
same.
still sitting on our couches or our beds playing video games. One day forming into those up people.
Yeah.
But of course,
But but like all these, like from all the games that we used to do for, it is a trip down memory lane. Seriously.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention Sniper Elite. It's like,
yeah,
I will argue that's one of the greatest franchises ever. That is one of the greatest.
Dude, remember when we started hanging out and we started live streaming and we were gonna do like game streaming?
Yeah,
and we played Sniper Elite and we
3,
streamed the game.
Yeah,
we streamed the game until we got a testicle shot. Like that was our goal for the day, is that we would stream until we shot it.
Testicle shot, yay!
Yeah. That was good.
That and the grenades. Grenade shots are awesome. And then the multi ways of killing Hitler. That I love that.
I love killing Hitler with a giant bell. That was such a good.
Yeah.
And of course, because of me, I tried to get these guys into anime. I tried to get everybody. We had some anime fans joined us on the show, but we did talk quite a bit about some very good anime. I think Sergeant Frog, of course, is a very big favorite of ours. Do you remember any of these, Blue?
Wait. No, you fucked up. Where's Kamen no May guy or something?
Yeah, he's right there. He's right there.
Right there.
In front, yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm blind. There you go. I couldn't see past the
Frog. He's such, Kamen no May guy. My gosh. Like, that's
right there. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Kamen no May guy is great. Oh.
So I was cool with that. I think Sergeant Frog, but mainly the other ones, I don't know.
I remember you liked My Bride is a Mermaid. That was the one with the Yakuza father. It was like,
oh yeah, no, yeah, okay, that's that one on the top, like right there, right?
Yeah,
that's the one where the father would just go nuts because he kept on thinking that like the boyfriend or something like that was doing sexual things to her, but he's trying to dry her legs off because of the fact that she was turning into. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And then
stop touching my daughter.
Hayate the Combat Butler, of course, still a favorite of mine. One of your favorites, I don't know if you remember, Nagasarate Airanto. That was the one where it's the guy, he's the only man on the island full of all the girls.
I love that show, dude.
Yeah. Suzu, such a good character.
Yeah, I remember that one, yeah.
There was the Witchblade, Japanese Witchblade, which was fun to watch. Good fan service. Baka and Test. I recall we watched that together, and I liked it. I don't think the others did. Same with Bakuno, but Desert Punk. Desert Punk
rocks.
Desert Punk is amazing. Desert Punk was amazing.
One of those shows too where the dub was wicked good.
Desert Punk. I mean, I'm sorry. Your mama's a dirty whore. Your mom's a dirty whore. Like that dub was just perfect.
It is a really good dub.
It was a very good dub. Like the rarity where I think the dub was better than the sub.
Yeah, there's only a handful that can do it, especially nowadays when none of the dubs are good.
Yeah.
And then they just
Not
gave up.
all dubs are bad, but there's like one or two that are very good. But like these days, it's like you're not getting it right. The voice, the free run dub is so bad. Like
The free run dub is so bad. They don't even get the characters right. Like they ruin the personality of the guy. I've ranted about this so many times on the show. But you mess with my free run, I get upset.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I will say is I actually did watch Hellsing like not that long ago, and that was one of those shows where like you cannot watch it in Japanese. Like that show was made for it to be in English. Yeah. And Alucard, by like being played by Kristen Freeman, he is a better Alucard than the original Japanese voice actor.
Well,
so good.
And that's what's so interesting is you have shows like Hellsing, Full Metal Alchemist, and
Cowboy Bebop,
which all take place in Western style settings, and the English dub is better.
Yeah,
like it's like it was meant to be.
Yeah, I would say the golden four are Cowboy Bebop, Hellsing. I would throw in Black Lagoon too. Black Lagoon.
Lagoon, yeah.
Black Lagoon has excellent English dub. And Desert Punk. Desert Punk is number 4. Like, Desert Punk was just, even though it's a Japanese setting, because it's a post-apocalyptic Japan, like, they just shoved in so many good lines and so many funny dialogue.
The comedy is on point.
Yeah, on point.
But like that's the thing that like if I was to have like one of those voice actors like on here right now as an interview, it'd been like, because of the fact that you're doing something from the the Japanese version or the Korean version or this version, and you're having to make it in the Americanized part, like, how much of the part where you actually watch the original scene and then try to look at the subtitles at the same time and look at it and try to figure it out, and then you're trying to do the English voice, how much of the part of it are you saying, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what the, like,
we've asked that a couple of times at Anime Boston.
Yeah, like, because like that's the whole thing. It's like a culture shock. So you're going from like a Japanese side to the American side and be like, how is the American side going to acknowledge what the fuck this is talking about?
Because they also have to, like, one of the key things is, and this is what they talk about, is like they have to match the syllables. They have to match the lip movement.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Because you could not do that. Like, I don't know how the hell a lot of those voice actors do the stuff that they do. I mean, I have to give it to them. But I'm, like, with the whole setup lately, it's going to be, I don't know. I'm afraid of what AI is going to do to us. I have no idea.
Well, hopefully, because not like we saw what Amazon tried to do with the AI dubs of Banana Fish and what was it, No Game No Life, and just everyone just hated it so much, so much so that they took them off Amazon.
Wow,
good.
It was bad.
But I mean, for the most part. Yeah, like they switched over to what actual like voice actors I thought I heard on that one, and then like everybody liked it a lot better because that's how bad it was for AI. But
it was like everybody's voice. It was like, have you ever watched like a video on YouTube and it's the female voice? It's like, I can't believe that this is what is happening right now. Oh my god! It was like that's what it sounded like.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing this now.
Every time I hear that tone, I automatically shut off the video because I hate that sound.
I do too. I really hate it too.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But back to what we loved. So we of course had so many opportunities to go to conventions. There we are, the very first PAX East 2010.
Gunner? Is that Gunner?
Yep.
Was that Gunner on the top left?
Yep. That's
Gunner. Yep.
That's Gunner. PAX East 2010 at the Heinz Convention Center, and they quickly realized, oh, we can't have this here. It's too big. So they moved it to the Boston Convention Exhibition Center. Of course, Anime Boston, and then we had Boston Festival of Indie Games. Like, we went to the inaugural one there at MIT.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Fun with that.
Yeah. Those were always fun.
Games.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to meet people, and like you can't really tell, but like the T-shirt I'm wearing was from a game that like we had demoed, and I don't know what happened to those guys. The demo is still up there. There's a game called The Devil's Tuning Fork.
Oh right, Devil's Tuning Fork. Yeah, I remember
where like you had to use sound and like try to find your way through areas, and it was so cool. It was such a unique concept. I don't know whatever happened to those game developers. I hope they're trying to make something good. But it was such a unique idea. It was awesome. But like you and me, Blue, we went to PAX East for 2010 to I believe 2013. Like we went the first 4 years together. And sometimes your cousin Tom, Teg, would also help us out as well. Teg, yeah. So like,
and then I see I'm wearing the Street Sweeper Social Club on that shirt. Oh man,
concerts.
Have they done any more music?
No. Well, Boots Riley's become a director. He directed Sorry to Bother You. He's got this new movie that's coming out, and now he's gonna do a movie based on the play Mr. Burns. Which, like, read about that play. It's fucking hilarious. It's about these guys who try to like, in a post-apocalyptic world, try to remember Simpsons episodes, and then they go on and recreate the Simpsons episodes as plays, and then it goes so crazy, and they become creation myths. It's wild.
Oh yeah, I've heard that story before. Where did I hear that story before? Because like that's not an original idea. That's been told in a different medium, I think.
Yeah, it was a play. And that's what Boots Riley is going to do, an adaptation of it. He's going to direct it, and it's a crazy concept. And like I've heard, the play is amazing. The movie version, I don't know what they're going to be able to do to like make sure they get the okay from the Simpsons and the Disney people, but we will see.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, and you know, while we were still on our high of being on Boston Bastard Brigade, we helped out one of our fellow former WMWM Salem friends. We helped Phil the Issues guy actually become part of the Electric Sisterhood.
Yeah.
Have his own website.
He was under the umbrella of Sisterhood. Yep.
Yeah.
So we were kind of like brothers, and then we would go and hang out with him and
JC Riley,
John C. Riley, and then we would go and I remember the green screen videos that we were doing. So we were like playing the games while we were down at the bottom right of the screen, and I was playing all the games. I was playing the games, and everybody was like, "Jesus, you're really good at these." And it's like, yeah, I got good hand-eye coordination. But yeah, no, it was great always working with Phil.
Yeah, Phil and John were always great. I still keep in touch with them. They're good people. They were great. Dude, like, and then John and Andrew would come over to the house, and then and Riley, we would watch, like, Taiwanese kung fu movies. Or was it Thailand or
Thai? Yeah, Thai martial arts.
But, like, you, Phil, and John were the first people we met, like... That was like when we made a connection. I don't know if that's coming up later in the story or anything. But.
We could actually talk about it right now because I think, because like that year, 2013, when I went to Anime Boston, and like that's where I met you at the Kari Walgren.
And we had we just had like this instant spark of connection there, and we actually have it on our video. We have that recording of Kari Walgren on our Wicked Anime YouTube channel, and you actually say the bastards by name, not by reputation, in that video, and you can hear us laugh at that because we just got such a kick out of that line, and then we chatted with you guys forever after that. Like we just started talking, and it just like blossomed into this immediate friendship.
Yeah, like I had one of you on my podcast show the following week. It was one of you.
It was me.
Yeah, and it was Scarlett from Scarlet Rhapsody as well. And then we would start hanging out. We finally got to hang out in person when we saw Wolf Children at the Museum of Fine Arts, which is where we met Sarah, 42 Believer.
Yeah, it was a crazy connection, and I will speak to, as I often do, Evan. I speak to your, personable skills and the way that you just you have this natural born talent to connect with people the moment that you see them. Like you have this capability to almost like look into people's souls and just know about them in this way where you're like, if I want to be friends with that person, I know how to do it. And I think that's what got you to Japan where you are now is just knowing how to do that just instinctually. And that's like just how we've maintained this friendship over these years, is that you're just so good at being so personable with all these people that are surrounding you.
Which is so weird because like I still have like that bit of that social anxiety, autism is so much fun. But it's weird. It's like how sometimes there are moments where I do that and I don't remember because I'm such in a zone that like I have to like think back, like did that go well? Did that go okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like that actually leads me to something I want to talk about now is like, how do I know I'm doing okay? Well, I know when we were doing bad because like right when we started Boston Bastard Brigade, we were a few episodes in. Two things. So the first one was we found this other podcast show. I don't know whatever happened to this podcast show, but their show was reviewing other podcast shows. And they reviewed the Boston Bastard Brigade, and they hated us. They had listened to the episode where we talked about G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra, and they thought we were all a bunch of retards.
That's so funny, dude. What?
They thought we were.
We gotta bring that back.
I don't like they were bashing me especially. They were telling me that this guy needs to shut the fuck up. Yes, you are stupid. You are. I'm listening to this and I'm like, I'm really taking a lot of this personal.
Yeah.
I mean, when they attack you, you can review content and how people view content and everything like that. But if you attack somebody's personality, just the way that they are, that's not reviewing or anything.
Yeah, you're being a piece of shit.
Yeah. If they wanted to do that, but they wanted to invite you onto the show to do it, fine. Gloves are off. You can totally do that. But if you don't have the chance to respond to them and you just roll off as roasting, what?
Well, because that's what makes shows like Financial Audit with Caleb Hammer. That's what makes it so good is he brings those people onto the show and he has them sign a thing being like, oh, okay, are you okay with me saying these things? Are you okay that our thumbnail is going to make fun of you? Are you okay that I'm going to be harsh to you? And they sign up, oh yeah, it's for the show. He's like, yeah, it's for the show. It's how we make it entertaining, but he is also serious about these things. It's not, he's doing a live critique of their situation to them, but everybody has mutually agreed to it. But then if you're just finding random people on the internet who may or may not see it and then just being nasty about it, that's just wild.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's one of the, I think at one point we were wanting to do, video game capturing. I never had the money to buy the right equipment to do so. And I wanted to do that, but then I was just I just remembered how friggin' harsh or how the goddamn assholes of the internet are, where they just they will just go onto your video just to shit on you for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
So it's I'm gonna make this video and I'm never gonna look at the comments. Hopefully it doesn't, and people aren't asking me for nice things or something like that, so I can actually help them with something. Because I'm never going to look at any of the comments.
When we had Wicked Anime on YouTube, me and Jonathan loved getting bad comments from people, because we thrived in it where somebody would leave us a stupid comment. We're just me and him putting our heads together and be like, how can we make this funny? How can we say something hilarious?
How can we take that and put it into our next episode?
Yeah. And then this leads me to the improper Bostonian. Who remembers this magazine?
Nope.
No.
Apparently went on until 2019, and they reviewed the Boston Bastard Brigade in this piece, this Nick Altschuler, who still writes apparently, because I found his LinkedIn. He says, okay, deciding to indulge my own nerdy taste, I dug for podcasts about movies, video games, and comic books. I found Boston Bastard Brigade, a show that perpetuates negative stereotypes about both nerds and Bostonians. Not pushes, not promotes, perpetuates.
Yeah, we endorse this.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, what's so negative about our interpretation of the things that we talked about?
I don't know what people see. I've never seen negative. I mean, if they were talking about Wicked Anime, they could talk about negativity all they want. But
he's saying perpetuating negative stereotypes as nerds in the way of them being cringe and nerds, where we would say negative things, but that's just it is. I don't know. I don't know what he wants. It's dude, what do you want? It's we're cringe and nerds. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
We're nerds. We're going to talk about nerdy things.
We're going to talk about whatever the fuck we enjoy, and suck it.
But the way he words it is he thinks we're the Big Bang Theory of podcasts.
Yeah,
and I'm don't ever compare us to Big Bang Theory.
That's
no.
awful. That is
no. Yeah, I mean, that wrong ain't wrong. No. And then also at least we weren't at least we weren't like sons of bitches about it too. Like we weren't like, yeah, wicked fucking awesome. Like, you know, we weren't talking like that. Like we, you know, try like once in a while the Bostonian side would slip on us, but like it wasn't like we were trying to talk like a bunch of Bostonian and trying to make it seem geeky and you know, we were thinking that like, oh yeah, we're talking about our fucking like video games. We want to play video games. We love video games. We like video games. This is what we think about this video game. You should play this fucking video game with us. You know, we were trying to get it so that we wanted to make it cool for everybody. And then also try to get, you know, like, I don't know, computer parts from fucking companies so I could do reviews on that shit or, you know, games or whatever we could get our hands on. Like, honestly, that's where I wanted to go with it. Like how a lot of the stuff is nowadays where it's like, I hate Facebook because I'm like sitting there and it's like, that could have been us. That could have been us. Like, it's like, yeah, we've got this like nice $4,000 PC game system here in front of us that we put together. And it's like, fuck you. Fuck you. I want that. I want it.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah.
Well, I feel like we almost had that chance because like around this time, Electric Sisterhood, we had become partner programs for EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly, a magazine that like I had like read a lot as a kid. It was like to actually be a part of this was awesome. It was cool. It was that opportunity to let indie game journalists have a voice in a much bigger place. And I was always proud to see like all of my articles showing up in the top 10 of partner program stuff. It made me so happy to be a part of this. But then I'm not sure if you remember this happening. And this was like basically the start of the whole downfall when people stopped like respecting Electronic Gaming Monthly. They posted a review of Aliens Colonial Marines where it was pretty obvious that the guy was paid off to write a positive review about it because it was the only 9 out of 10 review for Aliens Colonial Marines and everybody else fucking hated it.
Yeah. Well, it was terrible.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
And like, do you know who had to jump in and try to save the sinking ship?
That guy.
Yeah.
That one right there.
Me. Because then I wrote a review of Aliens Colonial Marines for EGM Now, where I basically set the record straight. Let me see if I can find it. Unfortunately, I don't have the comments anymore, but the fortunate thing was a lot of people sided with what I said. Yeah, here we are.
That's so funny.
Colonial Marines, the final nail in Aliens' coffin. I said, and this is the part that I was always so proud of. So, like, these two paragraphs. So who's at fault here for Aliens Colonial Marines? To be honest, the point of blame goes in 4 different directions. Blame Gearbox Software for trying to work on too many games at the same time, forcing them to outsource. Probably that wasn't true. Probably they just took the money and put it into Borderlands. Shame on Timegate for trashing the work Gearbox already had done and starting from scratch. Probably true. A wag of the finger should be given to Sega, who pushed all the developers to get the game out the door when they knew it wasn't ready. Probably
it's
true.
Always a publisher's fault. Yeah, always a publisher's fault.
And then this is the part that I'm most proud of. And you have to bear with me when it comes to this part. Lastly, and the harshest one of all, the blame is upon the shoulders of us gamers. We should have known by now that most non-Star Wars movie-based video games will wind up terrible. 2009's Ghostbusters, of course, being the only exception. But we were so blinded by the trailers and the promises made by the developers that we had just forgot about the past and embraced a better future. The fact that people were unable to go hands-on with a campaign demo throughout all of the video game conventions and expos during its promotion should have sounded any gamer's internal warning signal. It's not our fault the game turned out this way, mind you, but it's because of the way we hyped it up as the next big thing. Whether it's a journalist reporting about it online or a group of friends going back and forth about the game to the eyes and ears of onlookers. That makes it a tiny bit of our fault. Because we should have known better. We should know. We should know better by now. Oh, it's a game based off of a movie. Every time it was like, oh, this is gonna be great, and it winds up being shit. And like
fair,
because
there have been. Yeah, but to be fair, there have been a lot of Alien games. Like Alien franchise had gone past movies by this point.
True.
But that is to say that all Alien games have always been hit or miss.
Yeah.
There was like an RTS one, wasn't there? Like, wasn't there? Yeah. And Andrew, I remember you specifically wanted Alien Colonial Marines, didn't you?
No, I don't think so. Because here's the thing about Colonial Marines. It was a bait and switch by the fact that during that E3 they showed footage that was not from the game. Like it was footage from the game, but then when the game came out, it was so dumbed down.
Yep.
That you could tell that it was like the only thing that they had rendered for it and nothing else to make it look that good. And then the same thing happened when Watch Dogs. This was a huge trend at the time.
Yeah. Watch Dogs
did the same thing, but that was before we knew that Ubisoft was a garbage company and only releases garbage that we hate because Ubisoft is a garbage company. But yeah, Colonial. But this was like this weird trend happening at the time because the internet wasn't at its capacity that it is now, where we could keep tabs on these things. So they would use E3 as this mecha showcase of, oh, we're going to show you our project, bait everybody into buying the project, and then when the game actually comes out, it's not that project.
Yeah,
it's really
one
dirty.
Of the things, yeah,
it was very dirty.
That turned.
Yeah, like was that the one that we were at when we were at one of PAX East? And we were actually playing the game, and they had to reboot it in the midst of us playing the game.
Yep.
I swear to God, I think it was one of the, like, we were playing the game, and they were like, oh yeah, to watch out for the queen or something like that, and that thing's coming to get you. And then we were playing against each other. It was like, it was only multiplayer. And then something crashed on it, and they're like, yeah, we just got to reset. Just give us a moment. And then they reset it, and then they're like, yeah, okay, that's great. And it's like, oh God, this is shit.
Dude.
And this is why you don't want us to bring like cameras and stuff like that in to show how shit everything that you just did. Everything that you've gone to work for the last years, it's garbage.
Yeah, and it wasn't that demo, but there was one demo I went to at E3 where where I realized that we're gonna show you a hands-on gameplay, live gameplay, and they went and started it, and I saw it was Windows Windows Media Player.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not live playing this at all. And it was the
man behind the curtain.
Yeah, it was the Homefront. It was the second Homefront game, which was awful. Awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't wait for the first Homefront, man.
The first Homefront game was good, but the second one, I played 3 hours of it and deleted it, and it was like, this was one of the worst games I've ever played.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the first Homefront wasn't the greatest thing ever either. So.
No, but it had a good concept to it. It was like I enjoyed it, but there was some psychological shit to that game. Still,
lots of parents getting shot in front of their children.
Yeah, exactly. But
everybody remembers.
Besides that, yeah, no, I used to. I mean, I loved playing the game, but yeah, I wasn't saying it's end all be all best game ever. No, it's like one of those things where I own it on Steam. Have I played it lately? No.
Yeah. So when we weren't playing games, we've had fun. We've really enjoyed ourselves, and we just sometimes I wanted to do things that thought outside the box, and that's where we did a couple of radio plays.
Yo.
Oh God.
So much fun.
No.
So much fun.
I sucked at that. I sucked at the recording parts.
Well, the thing with you was we had to record it separate. We had to have someone else do your parts, and then I had to go record your parts.
And then I was I was reading, and I everything was. I don't know if I was tired or over. I don't know, whatever the fuck it was, but I could not read. I could not read words. I was like, yep, I would not be a good voice actor.
But we had so much fun. We had the Very Merry Bastard Christmas Adventure, which was the two of us, Blue, and then it was Tag, Phil, and John, and it was Pandelissus joined us at the end, and we even had her boyfriend at the time, Force of Will.
Was there Darzaf?
No, oh yeah, Darzaf and Darzaf Prime and his girl at the time.
That time,
her. But yeah, it was fun to record, a pain to edit because of all the sound effects I had to do and all the sound. But man, it was like, if there's one thing I wish I could have done more of, it was more of like these radio plays. But they take so much time to write. It took so much time to edit. That I just lost time. But
absolutely.
But was that around the time you lost your friggin' MacBook died or something? Was that when that happened, or was that no? I was thinking about another time.
No,
you had that one time where you fucking. I thought you had a connection because your Mac died or something.
There was another. That was another thing.
Yeah, okay.
And that wasn't my MacBook. That was my Dell computer.
Oh, that's par for the course.
Yeah.
Not saying I don't. I hate Macs. I hate dealing with Macs. I hate friggin' remote deal. I'm sorry, but Mac, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I fucking can't.
Okay.
I will pass those friggin' tickets on to somebody else.
Yeah.
But then Andrew and John became part of our friend circle, and we did the Kung Fu Christmas, which is like the least Christmassy thing ever. It was a tournament, our anime tournament arc with all these other websites.
And I still have memories of that day. We had like 8 of us sitting around your kitchen table.
Yeah.
And just take after take after take because we could not stop laughing. And it doesn't matter how cringy the whole thing turned out in the end. I will always, always, always have the best memories of recording that show. Yeah. Because it was so much fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. It was such a good one. And I feel bad because I had this idea for the next one, which was it was a time travel episode.
Time travel. Yeah.
Time travel. And we would start out in the Stone Age and then the Vikings, and then we would find ourselves in World War II. And we somehow found a way to stop the Nazis from doing anything bad because we would kill Hitler early or something. And then we would go back to our present day, and it was basically that episode of Freakazoid where just everything is 100 times better. No Chevy Chase movies. But yeah, unfortunately, that I just lost track of time and just couldn't finish writing it. It was. Yeah. I think it got too complex. I had too many ideas for it, and that I just couldn't fit it all into one special. And but yeah, those are fun. Yeah. And then during our time, we even got to hang out, and we got to meet some really cool people, got to interview some guests. There I am with Damian Abraham from Fucked Up, just when David Comes to Life had just come out, and would later on be on the top of the album of the year lists for Spin and Billboard and many other websites. There I am with the late great Jack Terry Cloth from Word Infernal Friendship Society. Our very first interview with the Boston Bastard Brigade, there's me and Kristen, aka Nanya, future Anime Boston president, with the Clicks. And at the time, Brian Viglione of the Dresden Dolls was a drummer of the band. And guys, there we are with Cuckoo Kangaroo, or Cuckoo as they're now known.
Cuckoo, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. They opened for the Aquabats, and that was the second time that we had seen them doing that.
Yeah.
And as they had mentioned, that Boston is still the only place in the world who doesn't see them just as a kids act. So it was really fun to get to know them, and I wish them well.
Yeah. It was so cool. And we're still kind of friends. From time to time, I'll message them, and they'll always remember us.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Skinny Lister, man, Skinny, another band that we've all become really good friends with. and like a band that I introduced you, Andrew and Jonathan to, and like just like become good friends. One of the highlights for me personally was so that woman there, that's Sophie of Deadmau5 fame, and I got to hang out backstage at the House of Blues with her. And as we're going in for our interview, I look and see one of the other doors. I see Deadmau5 playing Minecraft on like these 3 giant ass screens in his in his room.
He's got a game, man. He's got to game it.
He's got to game it. But yeah, we met a lot of really cool people and became good friends with a lot of really neat people during our time here at Boston Bastard Brigade. But you know, as the years went on, unfortunately, you know, people left. You got married, Blue. Like,
I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
I didn't mean to Yoko Ono you.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right, it's cool. But then, of course, it brought me to bring back the college radio show, No Borders, No Race, for a time.
Yeah.
But still have a part of you there. Oh, what happened there? Okay. You know, you made this logo for me, which I used for quite some time.
I did something.
And, you know, for many years, I'm promoting Japanese artists and alternative artists, having a best of shows and having, you know, AFLM and JonStar on and talking about various geeky and nerdy things as well. And then me becoming a part of the Wicked Anime show as well, too. Like,
Yep.
and it got to a point where, like, I was still a special guest and I was, like, on more than, like...
Than some of the regular co-hosts.
Yeah, like Dylan and Tetsu, or... Is it Tetsu?
No, it was Dylan and Glitch.
Dylan, Glitch, and Sean.
Yeah, like...
Sean.
Yeah, I think I reached, like, the episode number point where it's like, you're kind of a regular member now.
And then you just were like the show was us three, and essentially we were just creating shows that were the three of us, but it just depended on who edited the podcast was whose show it was.
yeah. It wasn't. I never edited it. It was you two guys, and sometimes security guy Greg. Sometimes Greg.
Well, once Greg actually went to school for audio engineering and everything like that, he became our editor, which was really nice for me because I was also married at the time, and I still wanted to keep doing it, but I could not dedicate my Sundays to editing podcasts anymore because it took like 4 hours.
Yeah.
So,
and
the bachelor life.
Yeah, it was a great setup. Like one weekend I'd record No Borders, No Race, and then the other weekend I'd record Wicked Anime, and then we would just promote each other's shows. And then we did the smart thing. We did 2-part shows where we had to have our listeners go to both websites to hear both parts.
Right.
And like that's something I'm shocked that a lot of websites don't do. I'm shocked a lot of podcasts don't do that.
Right. Well, usually it's because the people are like within the same network as each other. Like we had always done that for Nerdy Show, but like everybody already listened to everything in the Nerdy Show network, so it didn't really matter who did what on each show. But like we were across different networks, so that way people had to go to 2 different networks in order to do our shows. So it was like a whole different thing.
Yeah, correct. And and then we still have like special episodes. Like here, this was the one that we did for our 15th anniversary show for No Borders, No Race. It was like it was actually legit. The last time you were on our podcast, Blue, was for this episode. And it was...
Well, this is what happens. You get married, you have kids, and the time goes out the friggin' window.
But it was great because it was you, me, and it was Chris and Mandy from the Stampede. And it was just like just like recording and just having a good time doing that. And then led to what we do right now, which is Duck Amuck in Japan. So like there's 22-year-old me on the top right there, visiting the Nico Shrine. It was like life-changing experience for me. And now in the bottom two, there I am with Mari from TsuShiMaMiRe and Aki from Electric Eel Shock, 2 people I consider friends. There I am participating in one of those shrine-carrying thing, like celebrations that people do. It's like all of this has led to what we do now with Duck Amuck in Japan. So like now with Boston Bastard Brigade coming to an end, you know, it is or rebranding. We're not just the name is ending. The show isn't ending. Like new website and everything, which is what I'm going to get to, which is, you know, the future. So as people know, the future. We've got the website. It's up and running. You can right now up until March 31st. It'll just be the same articles from the Boston Bastard Brigade on the Duck Amuck page, but then April 1st, that's when all the original content's going to be coming out. That's when fully Duck Amuck in Japan mode. So, got that to look forward to. And one cool thing too is if you want to keep yourself updated, we have a newsletter. And every time we make a post, you'll get an email telling you to come and check it out. So if you want one more thing to spam you, there you go.
Look at this now.
Yeah.
Read it, God damn it.
Yes. And then we also had on our interview show, one-on-one as the podcast for Boston Bastard Brigade. We're going to be rebranding that as well. We've got this new show, What's Good with the King. And I am currently in the process of getting our first interview for What's Good with the King, which will be a YouTube show where I interview musicians, voice actors, and various other people within the entertainment industry. Which I'm going to be using, you know, the Streamlabs to record. So look forward to that very, very soon.
Nice.
And then, so this leads me to my big wish, my big goal, my big dream, which is bringing back No Borders, No Race. Now, you know, because of music and copyright, that sort of thing, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be able to do it as like a live stream show on YouTube, because then you get flagged like crazy. One of my big goals, one of my big dreams is to do radio here in Japan. And I know a couple of people who work in radio here, and I'm going to be meeting up with them. And I don't know where it's going to lead towards. I don't know if doing radio here in Japan will be a reality, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and make it happen. And if it does wind up happening, of course, the internet will know.
Nice.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's so, like, with that, this kind of leads to what it is. The end of the name of Boston Bastard Brigade. And like, I cannot thank BC Rowe and BC Manda for letting us go as long as we did with the Boston Bastard Brigade, because if you look on the other websites, if you look on Electric Sisterhood and Issues Guy and all the other websites that were under the umbrella, they haven't updated those in years. Like, Electric Sisterhood has moved on to Black Compat, and they'll do the live stream shows, and they don't even podcast anymore. That's all live stream, and I think just what we do now with Duck Amuck in Japan, which is the YouTube posts. So like, we are the last one standing, and I can't thank Ro and Amanda for letting us go for letting me go for as long as they did. So when the news came that said, hey, it is getting too expensive to run the website because of how much I write and post, it's like, okay, fair enough. Let me figure out the strategy, and that's why we have the new website with Duck Amuck in Japan, and that's why the Boston Bastard Brigade site is going to be archived. You're still going to be able to visit it. You're still going to be able to listen to the old podcast shows on there. You're still going to be able to read all the articles, but it's just now everything new will be on Duck Amuck in Japan. And that leads to a little bit of the shameless plugs of sorts. So all things Duck Amuck in Japan. We have duckjapan.com, facebook.com/Duck Amuck in Japan, the Twitch and YouTube Duck Amuck in Japan, my X, Instagram, and Blue Sky at KingBabyDuckESH for Electric Sisterhood because I want to remember my roots. And of course, we've got Andrew and Jonathan's social stuff with the Line Block and AFLM Art. And do you do anything, Hogan, with... I'll take that as a no.
No.
I know the wife. I know the wife has an Instagram, but I think she'd be very mad if we sent
fell way off the fucking thing. I mean, like that's the thing. It's one of the. I wish I could have the energy to do stuff or do any kind of thing. I mean, I've gotten to the point where if I had the energy to do stuff, like kind of like one of those. I wish I could be like Doodad, like that guy where you just he's like the dad I want to be, where he creates cool shit and he gets a shit ton of money. So it's like if I could do that, that'd be great. But I can't. I would need to be probably on speed or some other drugs that would make me keep going for hours on end. I mean, like what I've built here is as crazy as it has been. You know, for the kids, just is enough insanity, which I probably should have recorded and put it on YouTube, but you know. So for the most part, I got no plugs on my side. Sorry.
It's all right, but Blue, I'm very happy that you were able to participate in this with us.
Heck
to look
yeah.
back. For you, like, what would you say was the biggest highlight for you for Boston Bastard Brigade?
I think more or less it was just being able to hang out with our good friends, go see good live concerts, and see the movies, create as much content as we possibly could at said time when we could, because it was always like there was always something in the way, like college or whatever. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, like what really like stands out to me is just like the camaraderie that we had, that we could get together, hang out, have a good time, and just laugh and record it at the same time, and then do funny shit. Like, it's just, so yeah, no, definitely.
Funny shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can get away with a lot of stuff, but nowadays I'm afraid of what I would say, and they'd be like, "You're careful."
Oh, yeah, the early episodes, probably a lot of that wouldn't fly today.
That's why your parents didn't like me. No. Okay. I'm sorry. Your dad doesn't like me. Your mom loves me.
Your dad thought you were going to turn me into an atheist a couple of times.
No, that's such bullshit. I'm not going. Okay, yeah. I had I had Marquise. He was our Jehovah's Witness. We had one of our other friends that was Catholic, and we were like, I was the one that was not like, I'm going to convert you to atheism. I don't give a shit what you believe in. Go do whatever the fuck you want. You waste your time doing whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm going to convert you. No, I'm not. No. Oh wait, no. The better yet. They go, oh no, I'm an atheist. That means I believe in Satan. So, no Satan. Huh? I don't believe that even exists. You dumbass. Fucking moron.
Oh man. Oh, the old. It was the aggravation zone on No Borders a Race, and then on Boston Bastard, it was called Oh for Fuck's Sake.
Yeah, Oh for Fuck's Sake. Yeah. It was kind of like What Grinds My Gears from like Family Guy, but we were like, yeah, let's make it the aggravation zone, and then Oh for Fuck's Sake. Yeah, there was a good. I think the Oh for Fuck's Sakes were pretty good ones. You know, we had some funny ones on that, but yeah, no, it's there. I could complain so much crap now, but I just don't know if anybody would want to hear it.
We try to stay away from that these days. It's like, this is a fun, happy, safe zone here. It's like, this is a show to make you forget about those things.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a new therapist. No, any suggestions?
What was the therapist of Rodney Dangerfield? Dr. Biddy Bam Boom, or
Yeah. There you go. Yep, exactly.
Dr. Biddy
I need him, or the great grandson of him.
Good times. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's sad to see it go, but it's it's you got to do what you got to do, and this looks great. The duck amuck.
Yeah.
Now just remember, it's duck amuck, not fuck a duck in Japan. It's duck amuck. I'm just kidding.
There were times where I slipped the tongue. We had to re-record it. Instead of saying King Baby Duck, I say King Baby. And I can't, even though I say fuck a lot, I can't say that. I can't say that after. You know.
Can't defile the name. I can't get the muscle memory into there because then I can't get the muscle memory out of there.
Exactly.
No, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
But, no,
and
great.
one time, I think someone, I won't name names, no one here thankfully, they called me King Baby Dick, and I was like, no.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
Like King Richard, you know.
Yeah.
King Richard's fair, you know?
Yeah, King Richard's fair.
Yes, King Richard's Fair, which he actually wrote a review of once. Hogan. Blue.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, this is it. This is the last ever podcast, videocast of anything under the Boston Bastard Brigade. As you can tell, like, we've already labeled everything for Duck Amuck in Japan. Now it's just all of you going towards, the new website and the YouTube page and watching the live stream if you can. So please now's the time. DuckJapan.com, YouTube.com/@DuckAmuck in Japan, Twitch.tv/DuckAmuck in Japan, and my stuff of my social media stuff, King Baby Duck ESH. You'll still get the same quality articles and reviews and convention coverage and music coverage that we have delivered with the Boston Bastard Brigade. And the fact that we went far with that name to the point where we got to interview some really cool people. We got to cover a lot of great conventions. We got to be quoted on the back of books.
Yep.
Yes.
With the Boston Bastard Brigade name on there, it's like we went far with this name. We went far with what we were able to cover, what we were able to get away with, and I think that's something that I'm proud of. Is even though we had such a questionable name, people saw us for who we were and thought, okay, it is that bastard by name, not by reputation.
Yeah. That's a very unique name. Yes, it is.
I remember the Spec Ops The Line people that when we interviewed them at PAX East, it's like, we're having a contest for the website with the most unique name, and we think you guys won.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Great video game too. Spec Ops The Line. It's
yeah.
why I don't play Call of Duty anymore. It's like that game messed me up so much. It was like I don't think I could play anything that could glorify war anymore.
Yeah.
Yay, PTSD.
Yeah, this game gave me PTSD.
Yeah. Well,
So-
my PTSD is Helldivers 2 now.
Yeah.
I actually just got sent the new Starship Troopers game by the devs. So
Oh, the-
Bug Wars.
yes,
It's so good.
The Bug Wars,
It's so
yeah.
good.
all right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So you can read a review of that on the Duck Amuck in Japan page in the near future. So yeah.
No.
So yeah, that's it. It's weird. It's weird that I didn't know how long the Boston Bastard Brigade would go, but for it to last as long as it did, I'm happy with where it's leaving. I'm happy with where it's ending, and I'm happy with where it's going to continue under the new name.
Oh yeah, this is so much more sustainable now too. Like with the theme of you being in Japan, and then the for us foreseeing you remaining in Japan, and then the theming of us doing Duck Amuck in Japan. Like,
I'm like knocking on wood that I can continue living here because of.
No kicking him out of Japan.
Yeah,
stay in
please.
Japan.
Yes. Yeah. Please.
Well, you haven't done anything crazy enough to get you kicked out or fired yet, so you're good. You're doing good.
I hope so.
Right.
I hope
so far so good.
If they're gonna ship you off, get arrested, and do the podcast from prison in Japan, and,
Brilliant.
and then we'll do a mini series, Duck Amuck in Japan in prison.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone could fit my laptop up their ass. So who knows?
Yeah, you can. You need to get one of those small Raspberry Pis. There you go. You just get one of those and shove it up your ass.
That's it. We'll bake it in a large Raspberry Pi. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
We'll put the Raspberry Pi in the Raspberry Pi.
Good news, everyone. It's a suppository.
Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. Yeah, this is go. Here, take this.
It's a little crunchy here. Well, that's the crust. It should be crumbly, not crunchy.
Well, if there's one thing that Japan still doesn't know how to do, it's how to make bread. So we'll be fine. They'll never notice it.
Yeah. Okay. So, that's it. Blueonic, thank you as always for coming on. Thank you for being a part of not just my life here as a podcaster, but as a friend. You know, we've known each other for almost 30 years now, and like when it came to starting the college radio and playing the music that we wanted to play, and then I couldn't have asked for a better best friend when it came to all this stuff, man. Thank you so much for helping me become the person that I am today.
You're so fucking welcome. No.
And
I'm proud of you son of a bitch.
Thank you. And I can say the same too about AFLM and JonStar. It's if I never met you at Anime Boston,
it was a good year.
That year, it's I don't know what I'd be doing right now. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and as I have mentioned many times before on this show, off the show, and everything like that, I love you to death, and I hope you never come home. And I mean that in the best way possible.
Yeah. Yeah, my plan is to bring you all over to here.
Yeah, I need somebody to visit in Tokyo, obviously.
You need to find a job here in Tokyo, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't easy.
Yeah, believe me, it's the job hunt for the next chapter is very hard. I've sent my resume to over 70 places so far.
But you're doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm hitting the ground running. Believe me. So we will see. So thank you, Blue. And I think, as usual, let's do our shameless plug. Andrew, take it away.
Okay, well, if you guys want to check out what I've got going on, you can head to SolarianSun.com, where you can read my webcomic totally for free. I am up to page 300 and something for the free stuff. Chapter 13, at least. But if you want to check out where I'm fully at with Solarian Sun, you can head to patreon.com/AFLM, where I am currently posting up to chapter 34, which chapter 34 just started posting, which is just before page 1,000. And I am currently working on, I just finished page 1020 of Solarian Sun, so look forward to that, because book 5 is almost done, which means that there's a Kickstarter around the corner. Once that Kickstarter page, pre-launch page goes up, I'll let you all know, so that everybody can start pre-subscribing to it, so you can get your book 5s in the queue as soon as possible. And of course, you can check me out at X and Instagram at AFLM_art. That's probably the best way to keep track of my comings and goings, as convention season's about to start very soon. And you can join my Patreon totally for free, and you'll get all the updates there as well, which I highly recommend joining the free subscription because it makes my numbers look good.
Nice. And of course, JonStar.
You can find me dropping atomic bombs over at the Line Block on Instagram. You can read my book for free. I Think Life's Alright, and I also do doodles over there, so you can check.
Nice. Very cool. And I've already said it so many times. Follow me, King Baby Duck ESH, and the new website, duckjapan.com, facebook.com/Duck Amuck in Japan, and all the YouTube and Twitch things. Same things. Man, all right. I feel like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with where the chapter has ended.
Good.
Looking forward to the next chapter.
Yeah.
And hey,
You can do it.
before I forget, Anime Japan is coming up this coming weekend. I will be
son
there
of a
covering it.
Oh,
No
Good
way.
excited.
that's so sick.
I'll be there. So try to look out for me. I'll have the hat. I'll have the sunglasses. I don't know what else I'll have, but look out for me.
Nothing else.
Yeah, you're gonna go naked.
You're going to be Donald Duck in it.
Nothing
I'll have a
but
shirt,
birthday
just no
suit.
pants. All right, so until the next time, which will be on the new place in the new area, this is your King Baby Duck.
AFLM.
JonStar?
Blueonic.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, and we'll say this just for old time's sakes, reminding you that you don't have to be from Boston to be a bastard, but it sure helps.
Yeah.
Roll that outro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Ah.